yeah, I mean...
But there's no turning back, you're saying?
As well, I hope everyone goes out and supports him. And look, this guy's got more money than he's ever going to know what to do with, but it's the gesture, to your point. We should say thank you to Elon Musk for taking his time, for taking the abuse. He doesn't need any of it.
When you heard an American company, especially a company like this, supplies so many jobs that others are unable to do, when you do that, those people are going to go through a big problem when we catch them. And we have a lot of, we get a lot of cameras up. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. That's beautiful. This is a different panel than I've had. Everything's computer. That's beautiful. Wow.
Many times when I'm covering United States politics, I look at something and I'm just like, only in America. We all share the same problems around the world, but there's just something so American about some things. And two pictures from the most recent days come to mind. The Chicago police out in force protecting a Tesla dealership, and the President of the United States and the most powerful man in the world standing in front of the White House while Donald Trump talks about buying these Teslas in front of him. Like, I don't know if he actually bought them, but this insane stunt just feels like such an American thing. And of course, like, Donald Trump feels like a used car salesman anyway. So it feels like kind of what he was born to do, like advertise Teslas to the rest of the world. But obviously, this all comes because there's been a huge wave of anti-Tesla protests, and I've actually covered it on this channel. And what's so strange about that is when I covered it, I kind of talked about how I thought it was kind of pointless. It was like a small group of people going around like smashing up and graffitiing Cybertrucks. And was this like a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago? And after I made that video, I didn't really think anything of it. But the fact that from there we're now here where the president in front of the whole world is now advertising Tesla cars just seems like there's been such an insane escalation. And part of that is because Tesla and its stock price has just plummeted, which has erased a lot of Elon Musk's own wealth, because it's not like people like Elon Musk just have like a big vault with all their money or something. A lot of it is just tied up with the stocks of their company. So yeah, Elon Musk has lost a lot of money, has actually been crying about the protests as well, because despite all his like success in becoming like the world's supervillain, he's still super fragile. And yeah, I just want to talk about all of this today. The Tesla protests, let's talk about the backlash. Let's talk about how pathetic conservatives are, like rallying around Elon and buying Tesla cars to support him, while recognizing that he doesn't need the money as well, some of them are saying. And let's just talk about this whole situation and basically just showing there is little difference between the American government and these giant corporations. Before we go any further, please follow me on social media at The Tabernacle on Instagram, also my gaming and my travel Instagrams, and also check me out on BlueSky. And if you want to support the channel, check out my Patreon, and please support me on YouTube memberships. So like I said, the background to all of this has been something I've covered before, and that is the anti-Tesla protests. So if you guys remember, this kind of started as people graffitiing Cybertrucks, which are like the most visible sign of Tesla because it's so like ugly, but they were targeting it because of Elon Musk. And then we saw this had ramped up where people apparently were harassing people who own Tesla cars as well, and also destroying some Cybertrucks. And in the last video where we talked about this, there were like actual organized groups or claiming to be organized groups. And I said, put your effort into something more meaningful than targeting people's personal consumer choices. But these protests have changed, where they aren't just targeting individuals who have Tesla cars, they're actually targeting Tesla dealerships, Tesla chargers and stuff like that, and vandalizing them. And it goes without saying that if you publicly rub in the faces of everyday people, one of the richest men in the world, the CEO of multiple companies which have a visible presence on everyone's streets, and obviously to most people this feels like the inevitable conclusion of what they've made Elon Musk into. If you allow this guy to basically do massive cuts to the federal government, which will actually kill people by cutting off their really essential aid across various different things, then yeah, people are going to have a backlash and they're going to target you in the only way they know how, and the most easy way. There's a Tesla charging station, there's a dealership. So to get back at you, Elon, I'm going to do something to this. And what's going to happen now with this image everyone's going to see of Teslas at the White House, they're going to link it even more to what the government's doing. So expect all these protests to increase, despite the fact that Donald Trump says these protests will actually be classed as domestic terrorism. Now, different examples I can give you. 4 Cybertrucks were burnt in a fire which has been investigated, which they suspect could be arson, but they're not sure. So a woman is suspected in a string of vandalism against a Colorado Tesla dealership that included Molotov cocktails thrown at vehicles, the words Nazi cars spray painted on the buildings, and a message that appeared to be directed to Elon Musk. And then we have another one here, Tesla charging stations set on fire. As police said, 7 charging stations were damaged and the fire appears to have been intentionally set, but no injuries were reported. Another one, and this is like a bigger one in Europe, which is having an even bigger Tesla boycott and backlash. Tesla showroom torched in arson attack in France. This was in southern France, and destroyed 12 vehicles, and you can see them burnt out here. The European stuff is, I guess, a bit more relevant because sales of Tesla across Europe have been absolutely plummeting. I'm not really going to go into that anymore. I told people the reasons. All the stuff to do with like fascism and the salutes, it really has a different context in Europe, so you can totally understand why Western Europeans are more sensitive to that stuff and they won't buy a car which is so publicly associated with a guy doing this, because of course Western Europeans don't feel the effects of all these cuts to like different social programs. They just see what Elon Musk is doing and hear what he says, and that's why they're rejecting him. And I guess in America, it's a different context where so many people like love Elon Musk for doing this because they're so brainwashed to and told by Donald Trump it's great, so they just listen to that. At the same time, it's really not surprising. The absolute scale of what these people are doing, I think, even to me, is like shocking. And I made videos last week about post-Soviet Russia and how it resembles a lot of stuff in that. It's just the looting of the country by the 1%. Apart from in this case, it's the 0.1% because it's like one guy at the moment doing it. It's one guy just destroying the government and there's no accountability for him. So of course, like I said, people are going to lash out. And then it comes as no surprise when he does something like this. Tesla stock tanks, costing Elon Musk $18 billion. As Tesla's largest shareholder, Musk is still worth roughly $115 billion, more than any other person on Earth, according to the outlet, though his net worth fell by $18 billion because of the stock drop. So this probably hurts someone like Elon Musk, like maybe, and we're going to play you a little clip from a Fox News interview where he clearly has got his feelings hurt. At the same time, I've said this in many other videos, I think Elon Musk knows he's tanking Tesla, and while, because he's an emotional man baby, it might hurt him, it's more like a calculated decision of, I'm gonna trade in Tesla for my access to the US government. And he obviously has other projects like Starlink, SpaceX, which get massive contracts from the Department of Defense. So essentially, in my mind, he's making a calculation that I can loot the government and make more money from these other companies, and for that to happen, my reputation is going to take a hit with people who traditionally buy Teslas, which are people who might be more environmentally conscious, and that's just what's going to have to happen. So even though I might lose $18 billion in supposed wealth and my reputation with liberal Europeans will take a hit, I'm just going to have this access to the US government. And I'd say, sadly, that's probably a worthwhile trade-off if you are this evil supervillain. Now, like I said, even though I think he is aware of what he's doing in some capacity, amongst all the sleep deprivation and ketamine binges, he did have an interview the other day where he does appear actually hurt. So let's just watch him talk on Fox News about what's been happening.
Call to action. You're hearing a call to action.
Yeah.
You giving up your other stuff? I mean, how are you running your other businesses?
With great difficulty. Yeah, I mean...
But there's no turning back, you're saying?
I'm just here trying to make government more efficient, eliminate waste and fraud, and so far we're making good progress.
What makes this even more pathetic, if that's not pathetic enough, I don't go on Twitter obviously, but this filtered through to me. Just look at the people all talking about buying Teslas in response to the share price going down and people boycotting them. Again, another just American thing. Like, I'm sorry, Americans, I do realise we are all cut by consumer capitalism and just overconsumption, but buying a car to support the richest man on earth, because people are boycotting it and his share prices are down. Like, that is just so American. That is American, and I don't think that actually happens in any other country on earth. It's only by the nation that is the most cut by capitalist ideology. The second most divorced man in America after Elon Musk, Grums, wrote here, as of this morning, X is still under attack. Tesla is under attack. Tesla owners are under attack. None of this is organic. Support X. Sign up for Blue. Buy a Tesla. Tune into SpaceX launch teams. Do what you can to say no to these social terrorists and support real change in the world. They are trying to destroy the best people and tools we have in the world to win. The evil won't stop until we push back. And Elon Musk writes a love heart. No. This is why sometimes not being on Twitter is hard, because, I mean, do I actually want to see this? Kind of. Someone else saying, support Elon, buy a Tesla. I picked one up for my daughter and another for my wife. Love heart for that as well. Alex Jones talking about buying a Cybertruck. Sean Hannity buying a Tesla and talking about how you could win one as well. It's just so insanely pathetic. But here we go. Here's Lara Trump also speaking about this.
People start to realize what they're attempting to do to Elon. I hope to see that happen as well. I hope everyone goes out and supports him. And look, this guy's got more money than he's ever going to know what to do with. But it's the gesture, to your point. We should say thank you to Elon Musk for taking his time, for taking the abuse. He doesn't need any of it. And that's the part that I think is so amazing.
So to most people, you watch that and you think it's just like so insane. Like Lara Trump saying to Sean Hannity, we should be grateful to Elon Musk, and the recognition, he has too much money. Like, he has more money than he knows what to do with or that he'll ever need. But you should still support him and buy a Tesla because he goes through so much for us. But what is so sad, and this is what I try and get liberals to understand, is so many people watch that and so many people are brainwashed to like agree with that sentiment. And it's not just like very middle class people or even wealthy people. Like, just your average Joe will watch that and agree with what these two people are saying. And it's just a level of capitalist brainwashing in America that they even think this argument makes any sense. But again, it's not just two people on the news saying it. It's also Donald Trump making a whole stunt out of it. So Elon Musk tweets out Donald Trump saying, to Republicans, conservatives, and all great Americans, Elon Musk is putting it all on the line in order to help our nation, and he's doing a fantastic job. But the radical left lunatics, as they often do, are trying to illegally and collusively boycott Tesla, one of the world's great automakers, and Elon's baby, in order to attack and do harm to Elon and everything he stands for. In any event, I'm going to buy a brand new Tesla tomorrow morning as a show of confidence and support for Elon Musk, a truly great American. Why should he be punished for putting his tremendous skills to work in order to help make America great again? And I always love when it comes to boycotts, the right can never like maintain any coherent logic. So boycotting Bud Light because they had an advert with a trans woman, that makes all the sense in the world. Boycotting woke games to show them we will not tolerate racial diversity, that makes so much sense in the world. Boycotting Israeli goods because people don't agree with what they're doing generally in this apartheid state or what they've done to Gaza, racist, anti-Semite, and actually let's make that illegal. And people in Britain are trying to make that illegal as well. Boycotting Tesla cars, also illegal. Where is my consumer capitalist freedom to make decisions on what I buy and vote with my wallet? Conservative capitalists, please tell me, why can't I do that anymore? If I don't want to buy Israeli goods, and a bunch of us get together to ensure we won't buy them, and maybe we'll pressure people to not buy them and see why it's bad, that should be illegal. Boycotting Tesla cars, that should be illegal. Like, why? Why should this be illegal? Now, let's go on to the most pathetic thing you've ever seen. And, you know, I'll cover this, but you guys have all seen it. So Donald Trump, obviously, he does this big stunt. Play a few videos for you, just in case you haven't seen this. I mean, like, who hasn't seen this at this point?
No, that's beautiful.
Yeah, Mr. President, you talked about some of the violence that's been going on around the country at dealerships. Some say they should be labeled domestic terrorists because...
I will do that. I'll do it. I'm going to stop them. We catch anybody doing it because they're harming a great American company. You know, I've stuck up for the NFL. I've stuck up for a lot of American companies and other companies, but American companies. I did a very big favor for the NFL. I do favors for all.
It shouldn't be legal to shit on companies.
Especially a company like this supplies so many jobs that others are unable to do.
As he's taking jobs away.
We're going to go through a big problem when we catch them. And we have a lot of get a lot of cameras up. We already know who some of them are. We're going to catch them. And they're bad guys. They're the same guys that
really
screw
just
around with
pulling everywhere
our
out of their
schools and
asshole.
universities. The same garbage. And no, we're going to catch them. And let me tell you, you do it to Tesla and you do it to any company, we're going to catch you and you're going to go through hell.
Let's get that one as well. You can bump your music.
You can do it. I just looked at it. I looked at that dashboard. You can do anything.
You buying a Tesla will boost Tesla sales and boost
Well, I
the
hope
stock.
it does. Look.
Was that your goal?
I care
by doing
about one
this?
thing. When somebody's a great patriot, they shouldn't be hurt. He's a great patriot. He didn't know me from Adam until we met a little bit when I was in my first term, but he came out, he endorsed me very strongly.
What did you buy? Which car are you going to buy?
The one I like is that one.
How does this work?
And I want that same color.
Are you going to put down a credit card? Elon, would you take a personal check from the president?
I do it the old I give checks.
Sure.
I like checks. You know?
I think his credit's good.
Do you still have access?
You know, I like a check better than this modern system of all of a sudden there's money in your account, nobody knows. I like signing a check. You sort of, but we're gonna, hey, and I don't want a discount.
Thanks,
He would
Grandpa.
give me a discount. But if I do a discount, they're gonna say, oh, I got benefits. I don't want any discount.
So just a few things to talk about on that absolute just like sideshow. Like with many things, I don't think Donald Trump knows what exactly he's saying. Like, would I be surprised if it becomes official policy that anyone who protests Tesla dealerships is labeled a domestic terrorist because of what he said just there? Yeah. Did he go into this thinking that? No, someone just said that. I bet that was probably like a right-wing journalist or something. Someone just said that and he agreed with it. So now that's the headline, that's what everyone's running, and it will probably just become policy because Elon Musk will like push him on it more, be like, yeah, you said that, so let's do that, which is insane anyway. Obviously, yeah, Donald Trump did not buy this car. Like, he's not cutting Elon a check afterwards. Not that that really matters, but the thought of Donald Trump even driving at this point makes me laugh. Like, when's the last time he drove a car? Yeah, one of the things talking about like the stock prices and Elon deserves it because he's a great patriot. Again, like, if you are a capitalist, do you think the president intervening in the market like this is a good thing? Like, that should be allowed. I'm sure certain capitalists will say, well, it's the free market, right? It's the free market, so anyone can enter it. But if you're someone who believes in like regulated capitalism, you think the president should be able to get the CEO of multiple companies up in front of the White House with his product and just tell people to go buy his product, and basically admitting that he's doing this to boost the share prices. Like, it's so fucking illegal. It's so illegal. And I'm sure people who are more like knowledgeable on American law and stuff, I'm pretty sure this actually is illegal what he's doing. Like any other president, you could easily impeach them and convict them of corruption for doing this. And also Americans, and I know we've normalized it because it's Trump, Americans who've watched that, think about that being any other country in the world. Think about that being literally any country you've been told is bad. Think about all the stuff in like, you know, Putin's Russia. Think of like maybe even like Boris Johnson's corruption as Prime Minister of the UK. But just think about using the office of the president, like the physical office of the president, as basically a car dealership to promote a car. It's just such a Trump thing. It shouldn't be normal though, right? Because at the same time, why people like this? Because it humanizes Trump, it makes him look like a real person. It's also just absolutely fucking ridiculous, and it should make people angry. Like, I don't actually get angry about many things, and I tell you why this made me angry. I know it seems like a stupid thing to get angry over, considering all the terrible shit that's happening in the world. It's more so the rich and powerful just rubbing our faces in it is what I feel like these two doing this is. It's just like the rules do not apply to us. There are no consequences anymore. We're just going to do this, and we own this country. We own this country, and I will use this political platform to enrich both of us, and no one will have a bad word to say. Nothing will happen. There are no consequences, and increasingly it's becoming, you know, techno-feudalism, especially in the American sense, which I do want to talk about in a further video. And obviously, you know, I support boycotts of whatever. I support organised boycotts and protesting Tesla dealerships. Absolutely. Like, when this guy is destroying the country and your elected officials, the Democrats, won't do anything, of course, I completely feel it's valid for people to take action into their own hands and protest this thing that enriches this guy destroying their life and cutting everything that Americans rely on. At the same time, do I think like increasing violence against Tesla dealerships and destroying stuff, Do I think that's the best use of like leftist time and stuff? I would generally say no, and I stay inconsistent with this. If you're going to make some sort of organized effort to protest, boycott, or even create some sort of movement, I think directing it to better ends rather than vandalism. And as much as I like anarchy, I think there are better uses of time and things that can actually help people rather than destroying someone's personal vehicle or even like a Tesla dealership. And also, as we're seeing now, if they actually go through with this and they will start charging people with domestic terrorism for protesting Tesla dealerships, do you really want to end up in jail for 20 years for this? And again, I think sometimes we have to think about long-term survival of you're not going to help anyone in a prison cell because you destroyed someone's Tesla car. I really do understand why people are doing this in response to like the hopelessness they're seeing with what Elon Musk is doing. But I would just say, not that I think anyone watching this video would do this, I would just say rethink that strategically if you actually want to go out and do this. But at the same time, this is going to increase. I think after this stupid stunt at the White House, this is only going to get worse. And we're going to see more vandalism of anything to do with Tesla, especially in America. But that is it for the video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And if you made it this far, thank you for watching.
Oh yeah, the Trump tariff rollback. That was a wonderful 2 days, wasn't it? Trump's like, I'm imposing tariffs on Canada and Mexico. 2 days later, Trump's like, maybe I'm not imposing tariffs on Canada and Mexico anymore. But the Canadian reaction to that was so great. It's like suddenly you guys understand imperialism. Suddenly you guys understand that it sucks and that it's bad. Now that it's happening, I mean, it's not happening. You're not a victim of imperialism. You're imperialist yourself. But like, now that like your former ally is doing the same sort of shit that it does to everyone else to you, suddenly you understand. You're like, nationalists, buy Canadian. Like all of the Canadian chains, even though they didn't need to, they started like getting rid of like all American products, like a blanket removal of American products from the shelves, and straight up replacing like their supply with like Canadian products, all in reaction to this. And there was like this massive Canadian nationalist sentiment. Like I saw like nauseating posts on like the Canada subreddit, like, I'm from Mexico and I stand in solidarity with Canada. Look at all these Canadian products that I bought. Now it's happening to you. Like, you didn't seem to care when they did it to Iran. In fact, you participated in the sanctions on Iran. You didn't seem to care when they did it to Syria, when they did it to Cuba. I mean, maybe Canada's government did actually care about Cuba. Never mind. That's the one case where they do actually vote against the blockade. But like, you didn't care when it was time to invade Afghanistan alongside the Americans. But now you do that the Americans made your spirits cost 25% more? It's just such a joke. Like, it takes you being like attacked by the USA to realize that the USA is bad and that you've been doing that bidding this whole time. I don't think you're going to realize that though. I think like the second Trump is gone, they're just going to go back to their old ways, obviously. And there was like Trudeau, outgoing Trudeau, no reason to say this shit anymore, in the midst of this whole thing, going on TV and being like, I'm a Zionist. I love Israel. I'm a Zionist.
Being tossed around as a pejorative, in spite of the fact that it simply means believing in the right of Jewish people, like all people, to determine their own future, is not normal.
It's not normal.
No one in Canada should ever be afraid to call themselves a Zionist.
You should be afraid because you're expressing an ethno-nationalist belief that Jews should be able to steal Palestinian land on a racial basis.
I am a Zionist.
This guy is done. He has no reason to say this. He's out of, he's not the Prime Minister anymore soon. He's still doing it. It must be because he's already got a job lined up at some pro-Israel organization or some shit. That's the only like self-interested reason to say it. But anyway, so Trump did the tariffs and he backed out on the tariffs on Mexico almost immediately. It took him like 2 days. Like he made a bunch of exemptions and stuff. I don't know. It seems like Trump generally does not understand that tariffs are paid for by the country that levies them, first and foremost. No, like when you're in the position that the US is in of like total global economic dominance, you control the financial system, you have no reason to put tariffs on almost anyone unless you're specifically trying to coerce like regime change or something, as they do with Iran, for example. You have very little reason to do that, and he's doing it all over the place because he's a fucking idiot. It's just the reaction from the Canadians is mind-blowingly nauseating. It took it happening to you for you to realize that it's bad, and you're just going to go back to your own ways afterwards as well. Or at best, you're going to form like your own like imperialist alliance with Europe, like sort of keeping America more on the fringes while nonetheless being collaborative with it. Do all the same shit you've always done, just like this to other countries. But it's okay because you do it to them rather than it being done to you. This is awesome because this is like the first real time where the imperialist sidekick countries have been given a taste of what it's like for all of their opponents all the time, for everyone they target. I love that they're being given a taste of it, and I hope it continues. Like, Trump has done so much to just destroy the imperialistic Western bloc, the unity that they previously had. He's shooting himself in the foot so badly, fucking dismantling USAID, the NED, defunding like the CIA and shit, firing CIA employees, proposing to cut the military budget to half. This guy is like, without wanting to, he is destroying his own country's influence and power. And with it, he is destroying a huge part of the capacity of the Western bloc to do imperialism, because the US is the #1 imperialist country, obviously. And that is fantastic. And he's doing it all by accident, but the intent doesn't matter. The effect is what matters. Like, I said beforehand, like, I think that Trump will do a lot of really dumb shit and accidentally do things that are anti-imperialist, but I did not mean like this. I did not think it would be this bad. I did not think he would do this much. I couldn't have never imagined this even in my wildest dreams. It is insane how dumb him and Musk are. Like, if you wanted to achieve your goals, which is like more overt imperialism, it seems, is what they want, you would keep the Western alliance of the European countries, with Canada, with Australia. You would nurture it. You would continue. You would expand USAID, if anything. More NED, more funding to all of it, more interference. Send in more troops. He's making it impossible to send in the troops, given that he's alienating everyone, given that he's ruining his own influence and the USA's own influence and power. And he's getting rid of all of the supposedly so-called soft power shit as well, which makes it even harder. What a moron. What a delightful moron. I love you, Donald Trump. Tariffs now on everyone. More. But don't back out of them this time, you fucking coward. Jesus. Like, he's just using them as a tool, like a performative tool, I think. He's too much of a pussy to keep them on. I don't know. He doesn't really. Donald, if you're watching this, Donald Trump, I challenge you. I challenge you. I believe that you can do it given your profound business acumen. I challenge you to do tariffs on everyone, Canada, Europe, everyone, and keep them up. Don't back off. Don't let them win, Trump. When you back off, they win. Donald, I trust that you can do it. If anyone can do it, it's you. One month ago, Ethan Klein uploaded the content nuke against Hassan Piker. This video was to be the end of Hassan Piker. It was to be Ethan Klein's glorious victory. He was going to prove for good that Israel is actually epic, Palestine is wrong, and that Hassan Piker is a terrorist whose career was going to be over after his expose. Now, here we stand, about 40 days after that, and Ethan Klein, rather than uploading his glorious Victory Lap follow-up video to this supposed content nuke on Hassan Piker, has uploaded a video alleging that there is a Reddit gang stalking ring that apparently like camped outside his house or something, and his world seems to be crashing down around him. Okay, well, it seems like the content nuke against Hassan Piker was not actually a nuke at all. So we're going to check out this gang stalking delusion video made by Ethan Klein. And we're going to see what he has to say. So just before we move on, Ethan making this video is in regards to a supposed visit by Child Protective Services to his house. Which, to be clear, I still have not seen them provide any evidence that this happened. Maybe they have, who knows. But either way, if it happened, it's because of what they themselves said in their own podcast, rather than anyone reporting them dishonestly or anything like that as they are attempting to claim. I will show you the clip that is clearly enough to warrant such a visit. This is a clip from the H3 podcast from the 17th of February, where Ethan states in no uncertain terms the following. 1, his dog had the parasite Giardia. 2, one of his children contracted the parasite Giardia from the dog. 3, his wife Gila contracted the parasite Giardia in some fashion. 4, now he thinks that he himself has the parasite. Klein then goes on to state in no uncertain terms that he believes that you contract this parasite in only one way, which is through eating feces. Now, if you were a CPS officer and you saw this clip, you would likely want to check on this family of your own volition. You didn't need anyone to tell you to do it. Watch.
So that's only one part of it. The next part is...
What's the next?
That Olive has Giardia, which is it's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
And Olive has this?
Olive has this, yeah. She came to us with it.
Oh.
Today we are talking about Maya Poet, which if you're on Twitter, you almost certainly know as the detransitioner that everybody loves to dunk on for, let's say, a unique sense of style. I've written down some observations about Maya Poet that I will now share with you. She looks like a witch cursed a ventriloquist dummy who wanted to be a real boy. She looks like her personal stylist is Gonzo from the Muppets. She looks like a hate crime against barbershop quartets. She looks like if Wes Anderson made a Batman movie and needed somebody to play the Penguin. She looks like if you tried to make a Powerpuff Girl, but you forgot all the sugar and spice and everything nice and just had like the chemicals and laboratory equipments and whatnot. Oh, this one I think really gets at her. She looks like if one of Tucker Carlson's bow ties grew an extra person after he threw it away. With that in mind, I want to start off with, and I know I'm featured in this, but it's not, this isn't about me, okay? This is about the evil Steven universe we're going to talk about today. I want to talk about this tweet from yesterday because it is insane that it's still up. Where she says, if white people can't have dreadlocks, then black people can't wear jeans or use electricity. Those are not even remotely close to the same things. And after realizing what an insanely racist thing this is to say, you might next notice that it's also very, very fucking stupid. Like, as a comparison, these things are not even remotely analogous, which is going to be another commonality you might find with
all a It's a glorious day. Ethan Klein is streaming about me again. First, he dedicates 30 minutes of his failing podcast to me. Then he literally makes a main channel H3H3 Productions video about me. And now he's doing a podcast about me again. This guy is unwell. And I almost feel bad. But he's a Zionist, so I don't. We're going to milk him even more. Poopy Ethan Klein. Poopy bumhole Ethan Klein. Poo everywhere, Ethan. Poopy Ethan. I can't wait for this. This is going to be awesome. All because he can't respond on the actual issue of Israel-Palestine. So all that he knows how to do is to try and frame himself as the victim of like this incredible conspiracy that I am now apparently at the head of. And I'm like an international criminal. I have like 1 billion criminal charges against me and all this stuff. All because he can't deal with what I say when I refuted him. Incredible. No crash out this bad has ever happened. Amazing. This is going to be juicy. I'm genuinely stoked. Every time this dumbass goes live, he loses like 5,000 subscribers. And I gain a ton of money off him. Every single time he does this, it just goes horribly for him. This man is unwell. And I should probably feel bad about like benefiting from his absurd breakdown, but I don't. I'm sorry. Poopy Ethan Klein. This is why I don't believe the CPS thing as well. Because if CPS is actually investigating his family and he's going live and he's like twitching like he's on drugs and screeching about how it's all a conspiracy, and Reddit and Twitch are after him, and some guy named Bad Empanada is also after him, and like he's the leader of this whole conspiracy, how would that look for the CPS investigation? He's surely not dumb enough to not realize they're looking at his online shit now. They know who he is, obviously. In the first place, they're investigating him because, again, I will play the clip. He fucking said on his own stream, just out there in public, that his kid had caught a parasite and that apparently his house was dirty enough that for him, he believed this parasite was caught through eating shit. I don't know why he just leaves this shit there on his channel. It just counteracts his entire narrative. We'll just play this for good measure again. I'm sure you've all seen it 1,000 times before. And then we'll go to Ethan Klein fucking trying to paint me as like an international criminal. Again, amazing.
One part of it. The next part is...
What's the next?
That Olive has Giardia, which is it's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
And Olive has this?
Don't you hate it when you get defamed by people making fun of you based on exactly what you fucking said on your podcast yourself?
Olive has this, yeah. She came to us with it.
Oh. Okay.
She had diarrhea, and...
oh, poor baby.
Ducky came to us with that, too. And I just wonder why...
like an Israeli.
It's relatively common.
It should be... They should have found it already. But anyway, so she has Giardia, so we have her on an antibiotic, but we had to wait until Monday, which is today. We just got it today. And, well, Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has Giardia.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
and now Ela has Giardia.
Shut. For real?
And now...
Imagine being a CPS officer watching this. Imagine being Ethan Klein and having CPS take concern about your children because of this clip, and you blame everyone but yourself for it. Because the problem here is the state of your house that caused this to happen. Nothing else.
I think this morning I had diarrhea.
Oh my God.
What can I do to not get it from you?
I'm trying
to, because I'm not trying to get it.
No, crank the AC maybe?
It's extremely ridiculous to get. You have to ingest my poop. Are you planning on that?
There you go. Like, no one has to say anything. He says it himself. It's right fucking there. Exactly what I said is what he said. I'm citing him, the man himself. I'll keep saying it too. Ethan Klein, poopy Ethan Klein. He has a long fucking history of poop fetish, by the way. It's so fucking bizarre. You could make an entire compilation about it. Someone else should. I'm not going to, though. I don't make streamer compilations. So let's check out what he had to say about me on the podcast. Fuck yes! I hope it's longer than 20 minutes this time. My war against snark. Why is there like a blue-haired person in the middle there. Who the fuck even is that? I'm angry that that person is there instead of me. Man, this has like 32K viewers. That seems low for them. So I just want to emphasize here, the reason why he's doing this is because he can't respond to my actual arguments on the politics. So he's doing this thing where what he's doing explicitly is jumping onto a narrative that I went over in a previous video of mine on my main channel that was created by Argentine far-right neo-Nazis and Zionists who targeted me with a mass harassment campaign to like try and paint me as like an internationally wanted criminal and like a convicted pedophile. So Ethan is like latching onto that to attempt to like do everything except actually address the facts in my video. So this is the video where I went over that, if you're interested in the whole affair. And unlike Ethan Klein's insane conspiracy video, I have actual fucking citations that directly show exactly what I'm saying. I have actual real police reports that I actually cite in the video that I show to the camera. Not like Ethan Klein, who just threatens and makes shit up. So let's check out Ethan Klein's Bad Empanada Crash Out. Woo! He's just going over the shit conspiracy video that he uploaded and reiterating everything about it. Imagine like you're a fan of this podcast, and I don't know what it was about once. I've never seen it until it was about whatever the fuck this is. Like maybe it was about comedy or something at one point. Though Ethan Klein is very unfunny, so I seriously doubt that. So you're a fan of this podcast, and gradually it just becomes the host just fucking complaining about people criticizing him on the internet over and over and concocting an elaborate conspiracy theory about that. Dude, you are unwell. Like, he's so angry about the fact that he can't bully me into submission by sending his fans at me to do death threats and just defaming me with this ridiculous narrative where I'm like an internationally wanted criminal or whatever. He is just so absurdly angry that he can't bully me into submission because it's what he's used to doing, because he's a rich fuck. He's used to just throwing money at his problems. He's used to having influence. He's used to being able to tell people what to do. He can't do it to me, and it makes him so pissed. I don't get scared of him, and it just makes him so angry. And I love it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This guy has never been told no in his life. He's being told no finally. You know, I'm not catering to the death threats of his fans, the racism from his fans. I'm not falling in line. He can't handle it. The poor guy. He's used to filing frivolous lawsuits against people to get them to stop talking about him. You know, he's used to like getting his contacts at Reddit and shit, as he said in his video, to ban people for criticizing him. He can't handle it when it doesn't work. You just know this guy's doing everything to try to get to me. Like, he's hiring private investigators. He's begging his lawyers to try and do something. They can't. Ethan has insinuated multiple times that he has hired private investigators to go after his targets, basically. Like, he is the doxer in chief. Yesterday, he doxed another random guy's Facebook account for leaving a mean comment. Let's watch Unwell Ethan Klein crash out further right after his Shopify.com ad. Apparently,
a huge team of experienced programmers. You know, it's just a small monthly fee, but you don't even have to worry about that, because if you go
Great
to
ad read, Ethan. Imagine your CPS and you look at this guy fucking shaking and sniffing. This can't be good for the investigation. Woo! Let's go!
All of them accountable. Here, for example, is...
What is this? He makes a video on his main channel, and he dedicates a podcast episode to just rewatching his own video and live reacting to it while having uncontrollable eyebrow twitches. Look at that still. Look at that fucking still. Look at this guy. He is unwell. This man. Look at him. He's The Rock. He just transformed into fucking Rocky Maivia. I can't believe it. I bow before you, Ethan. He just did the fucking Rock eyebrow like it's nothing. That takes talent. Involuntary talent, but talent nonetheless. Wow, I can't do that. I couldn't do it if I tried. I can't even raise one eyebrow like that, dude. I smell what fucking Ethan is cooking. Amazing.
Denims, aka Hassan Waiting Room, watching Bad Empanada talk about the state of our house and how we take care of our kids. Let's take a look.
He lets his dogs shit all over his mansion, and he just leaves the shit on the floor, something that is probably related to the fact that his former housekeeper is suing him for a number of different reasons.
I pointed out, I cut this, but I pointed out, it looks like he's in a prison.
I am, Ethan. I'm coming at you from prison, Ethan.
Well, I said hopefully that's foreshadowing. Or maybe he is in prison, and Argentina is really progressive with their prison system. I don't know. But
it is. I've been in prison for a while. They let me stream from prison. They're all in on it, Ethan. How'd you know?
His house looks so fucking depressing. That is just and like he's got the bars on the window, you see?
Whoa!
Yeah, bro, your walls are just empty in the whole fucking ass house? Like, not a single thing?
Usually I think the bars go...
I don't know, should I put all of my accomplishments on my wall, Ethan? Like, let's think of Ethan's accomplishments. I don't know. He's just grasping at anything, though. This is awesome.
Outside of it.
Why don't you have paintings on your walls? I don't know, Ethan. Maybe I'll put a painting of dog shit on your floor. Thanks for the idea.
Window when it's like for protective measures. Why are the bars inside of the window? I think those are, as much as I want to believe they're bars, I think
they're there to keep me in from all of my many victims.
Blinds that are...
Those are bars, my friend.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Those are bars. What about this?
Yeah, I didn't see that. Yeah, I think you're right.
Just be the pain.
Dude, it's bars. What are we talking about? This man, I mean...
What are we talking about? He's not in prison.
I know, yes, but this is normal in places where they put the bars on the windows to stop...
Well, sure, yeah, I guess.
That's what it is, but I'm just making jokes.
Okay. But they seriously usually are on the outside of the window.
It's not a joke, it's true.
I think he must be in some kind of conservatorship. He's locked in some...
He's forced to do these
He's locked in some apartment somewhere.
Ethan, are you losing? Are you getting fucking wrecked by one single guy who does everything himself? Well, you have a whole crew, a whole studio, fuck off money, and you're losing to a guy who's literally in a conservatorship in jail this hard. I'm making you crash out and do entire podcasts about me. Ethan, are you sure about this narrative? Does this make you look good?
For his own good. They forgot to turn his internet off, unfortunately. No, he's actually one of the sickest dudes on the internet.
Let me do
Anyone that knows anything about it knows. I mean, this guy, I'll show you in this video, but he did a video.
Let's see.
There's so much, dude, to say about him. It's kind of insane. In fact, Bad Empanada...
You should react to one of my whole videos and show everyone how bad it is. You should react to an entire video.
I put it in the video, but you're not going to be happy to know this, but people have infiltrated your... He has a Patreon... a Patreon for...
I do.
Sorry, a Discord.
Patreon.com/badempanada. You can get in the Discord for $1.
And they all have access to this place where they do like... They literally talk about doing psyops, faking posts, brigading, all this shit. And I have 4 years of all of his chats. There's stuff in there that will put him in prison. I'm not even fucking kidding. Like, he is a straight up... And so, going through this, I was trying to figure out...
That's so funny. Let me show you the psyops. It's so funny. I'll just show you some of these epic psyops straight from my Discord. Search for psyop. We need a psyop. I'm gonna go to jail for this, apparently. This is the first result for psyop. We need a psyop in the H3H3 sub, encouraging Ethan to debate me because it'd be so easy. I'm going to prison for that one, Ethan. They've infiltrated my Discord. The Discord that anyone who pays $1 can join. They've infiltrated it. It's so insane in there. What other psyops have we got? It's over. I'm going to prison. Your Honor, they said to post on my Reddit saying that I should debate Bad Empanada. Case closed. It's over for him. It's the end. It is truly over. The psyops. You will never get away with this, Bad Empanada. A psyop, a so-called psyop, where I say that I want Destiny to sue me for calling him a pedophile, and that people should do a psyop in his subreddit, encouraging him to sue me. I want Destiny to sue me for defamation for calling him a pedophile, and then we can cite the definition of pedophile and play 5 clips where he talks about his attraction to 14-year-olds. But can we do a psyop in his subreddit? Destiny should definitely sue Bad Empanada and force him to prove in court that he's a pedophile. The tanky would have no choice. Put the idea in his head like Inception. I'm going to jail for that. Let's just say it's a terrible crime. Posting psyops on Reddit, that's a fucking jail right there. What else have we got? So, new Discord psyop. Post on the Vorsh subreddit that tanky Bad Empanada is attacking progressive YouTuber Johnny Harris and needs our support. Bad Empanada even uses far-right conspiracy theories against the WEF. Yeah, I'm going to jail for that one. What else have we got? New Bad Empanada psyop. Let's check out this one. And again, if you want to fact check me, just pay $1 and join my Discord and search for psyop. You can see all of our nefarious things that are going to get us sent into jail. New Discord psyop. Post this image with title, "Could Bad Empanada be any more anti-Semitic?" on Vorshv subreddit. I'm going to jail. Jail is coming. Prison is coming. Well, I'm already in jail, so it's kind of jailception. Honestly, this is going back 3 years already. I'm sure there's more nefarious psyops in the Bad Empanada subreddit. They're going to have to pay $1 if you want to search for them yourself. But yeah, as you can see, I am going to fucking jail for the content of this Discord server. That I think I send 2 messages in per week, and half of them are like yelling at someone for being annoying. So, yeah, I am very excited to go to jail, honestly, for Discord chat logs that are just out there in public and always have been. Thanks, Ethan.
What to do with it, and I think the best thing is just to release it to the public. And you
just release it to anyone can join my Discord, Ethan. It costs a fucking $1. Release it to the public. Oh man, it's over for me. It's fucking, I am done. I'm fucking done. My Discord server that is just completely open for anyone who pays $1 has smoking gun evidence. It's been there all along, and no one has reported it yet. That's all. No one knew about this until Ethan uncovered it.
That he has a psyop in there, that he's like participating in brigading like clandestine operations to
clandestine operations. Like me saying, "Hey guys, let's bait Voice viewers into like calling up anti-Israel anti-Semitic, calling an anti-Israel video anti-Semitic." Oh my God, guys, it's over for him. He's going to jail. He said, bait Ethan Klein into debating me. That is a clandestine psyop. This guy is honestly, he must be on drugs. What the fuck is this? He's straight up lost it. This is just funny.
To just terrorize these people is staggering.
Just to terrorize these people?
I think if I just release it to the public, people will just, every community should look through that and just see the fucking depths of evil that this guy is. Because...
the depths of evil from my Discord server logs. Anyone can go there and look this up. Are you kidding? I encourage you all to go to Discord and search From Bad Empanada. See all of my my posts ever on Discord, and you can see like how I'm leading an international criminal ring.
This guy's been going on a victory tour since October 7th. He's getting promoted by everybody. He's getting promoted by Denim,
a victory tour. Isn't a victory tour what you thought you would have after the content leak? How's that going, Ethan? You're fucking crashing out over the same fucking losing a debate on Israel-Palestine, which is what this actually is now, still, that you were before that. Didn't go too well, did it?
Mike from PA, from Denims. Hassan has been watching him religiously. A lot of times. And the one guy I really want to shout out the most, this is someone I wanted to include.
I think it's fucking bizarre how he insists all this stuff about me, but he never shows it. He never like actually goes over the videos that he claims I've made that are so bad and wrong. And it's because he knows he can't. All that he can do is like try and frame me as a wanted international criminal. This reminds me of like the one funny thing that Sam Hyde, who was a neo-Nazi piece of shit, I should add. The one funny thing that Sam Hyde's fans ever did was claim that every school shooter is him and successfully get news outlets to believe it. That's fucking hilarious. Ethan is like the kind of guy who would believe that. He just does it over and over again. He's just like, Bad Empanada is like a fucking international criminal mastermind. He's in prison. He's organizing secret criminal drug cartel operations on his Discord server. This is all just out there in the open, but I'm the first one to uncover it. This guy is losing to a completely solo YouTuber with no help, no editors, no nothing. You're losing to me. You're losing to a guy streaming from a prison cell with bars on the windows. Not just me, you're also losing to random Reddit moderators, neckbeards. What is going on, Ethan? You're a famous guy with a fucking podcast. What is wrong with you? Get help. I am an international criminal mastermind.
Too, but I never had a chance.
Let's check it out.
Matt Lieb. He works for Good Mythical Morning.
Matt Lieb. Woo! Matt Lieb. Excellent podcast. Check it out. Bad Hasbara.
And he is Bad Empanada. Here's what I'm saying about taking no prisoners. I don't care about anything.
I mean, no one cares about what you have to say about anything anymore either, if they ever did, so.
This guy is... Yeah. Well, this guy works for Good Mythical Morning, acting like he's wholesome, and he's bringing on somebody that wants to kill my wife, unironically.
Your wife, who said the other day that she wants to fucking disappear like some guy I don't even know, Andrew McIntyre. She said she wanted to disappear that guy. Your wife who raided like a fucking random Palestinian house in the occupied West Bank. I wonder if those IDF raids ever kill anyone, Ethan.
Or in a video.
Your wife is a terrorist, though.
I mean, he is pro-terrorism. I mean, he says, he literally said on Twitter that he looks forward to masturbating to the videos of dead children from Hamas.
He's just citing defamation again. That's incredible. That's incredible. Ethan Klein has said this before, claimed that I said that I want to rape Israeli babies or something, which is a fake tweet. made by Argentine far-right / organized Syrian collective Zionist mass harassment campaign to attempt to get people to kill me. Something that I literally have the fucking police reports to prove, by the way, as I went over in my video about this. And Ethan Klein's first engagement with me debunking him on Israel-Palestine was to cite that fake tweet immediately and like spread defamation from the Israeli, like the Zionist organized harassment groups and like the Argentine far right. Hold on, let me find it. This video here, I'll play the part where I go over how this is fake. Check it out. Debunked in advance. So the Syrian collective doesn't really exist anymore, though its users are still around. It sort of collapsed because in June of last year, the leader of the group, who was paying its participants to dox and harass people in an attempt to incite others to kill them, was ousted then as Daniel Linden, who's basically one of those guys who manages accounts on OnlyFans. I mean, isn't it? Come on, dude. Right? And the guy who led like this defamation campaign against me is like a fucking pornographer. Of course, that the group sort of fell apart. It was basically a Telegram group through which they coordinated harassment campaigns against people. This is the people who Ethan is siding with, by the way. Syrian Collective, this organized harassment group. In that Telegram, you can see here them posting images of dead Palestinian children and celebrating their massacre. This is who he is in line with for media and like mass reporting campaigns and stuff like that. So initially, Syrian started responding to me, spamming like fake screenshots they made of me, accusing me of the same sort of stuff that the Argentine far right was. But it kind of failed to get much attention despite their best efforts. Because at the end of the day, no one really followed their accounts except a bunch of bots and members of the organization itself. So they didn't really have much reach. On January 12th, 2024, they made this fake screenshot and started posting it everywhere, but they didn't really get much dissemination outside their own circle. So at that point, they decided to try and enlist someone with a bigger following to spread their defamation against me. And the guy who ended up doing this for them was a total loser known as Drew Pavlu. Drew Pavlu is basically a guy who, ever since he was like 18 years old, has been doing nothing but framing himself as like a really brave anti-Chinese government activist while failing completely to ever actually hold down. Do we need to go over fucking Drew Pavlu? I feel like we don't, but I'm playing it or anything at all. And a couple of years into that grift, he got noticed by Australian far-right financiers, chief among them a guy named Simon Fenwick. Simon Fenwick is a far-right millionaire who is deeply involved in the funding. Ethan, you might notice how I have receipts for everything that I'm saying here. I have proof. I don't have baseless shit I made up like you do. You should learn. Proof matters. Evidence matters. Because the thing is, I'm not making this up. You're making your harassment campaign up of many, many causes on the far right in Australia and also, coincidentally, pro-Israel groups. So Drew Pavlu ended up getting hired by Simon Fenwick to shift from his previous grift, which was like, I'm critiquing China from the left. Also notice how I'm not twitching uncontrollably. It's a good sign that I'm not lying like you are. Aggressive to a new grift, which is much more openly right-wing and very much overtly pro-Israel. And this is very much a matter of public record. There was a case where Drew Pavlu was forced to disclose who pays him. Turned out that he received $25,000 from a company owned by Simon Fenwick. He's also openly thanked and praised Simon Fenwick numerous times for his support. You know, it's open, it's clear, it's obvious that he's getting paid by this guy and possibly by others to basically just be a far-right troll online who defames people in mostly abortive attempts to get them to stop critiquing the causes that Simon Fenwick and others like him support. And Pavlu's horrible behavior under the influence of this far-right money became so extreme that he actually ended up getting expelled from Amnesty International for it. So Syrian evidently got in contact with Drew Pavlu, and he was very, very happy to start spreading the same stuff that they were spreading about me. And this new defamation campaign was centered around the screenshot that Syrian had fabricated and started trying to spread. This is the fake screenshot that Ethan is talking about, which was fabricated by this pro-Israel harassment group and then passed to Drew Pavlu, who's a member of the Syrian Collective. 3 days earlier, and wouldn't you know it, the fake Discord screenshot from that Vosh subreddit post that we went over at the beginning of the story. Interestingly, this also followed me getting a number of messages from Drew Pavlu, which included things like my passport number and my address, and this happened on December 2nd, 2023, which was more than a month before he and Syrian Collective's doxing and defamation campaign against me began, which happened on January 12th to 15th, 2024. So I think it's pretty clear that they had this planned in the pipeline for quite a while. Also very interesting is that right exactly around the time this was happening, I found this out a lot later, but the YouTuber Keffels, bizarrely, was doxing me at the same time. Like she openly said in a DM with someone. Isn't it fucking weird how like all of these fucking people just get fucking dominated by me so much on my second YouTube channel so effortlessly that they all like hire fucking private investigators to dox me and shit and do like psyops to infiltrate my Discord by paying me $1 on Patreon. I fucking like break people's brains. It's crazy. Well, I guess that's not open, but she said
I barely even try.
I believe it was her editor in DMs that were later leaked, that she hired an Argentine private investigator to find my address and my docs and all that sort of stuff. So I have to, wonder if there was some sort of link between this and this Shirion Drew Pavlu doxing/defamation campaign. That would be fucking wild. It's just really suspicious that all this was happening at the same time. Like Heffel's doxing me, Drew Pavlu and Shirion doxing me and defaming me, and the Argentine far right doxing me and defaming me. Literally all happened in December 2023 and January 2024. So let's take a look at the new reported screenshot of something that I purportedly allegedly posted, according to these people, which they were using to accuse me of basically, the sort of thing that gets people to hunt and kill you. Obviously, for precisely that reason, that's what they wanted to happen to me. So you have the original BO6 screenshot, which I went over, and then you have this reported screenshot, which, spoiler, isn't real. If you're a regular viewer of this channel, you might remember this tweet from Ethan Klein, noted genius, holding it up to the camera in one of his anti-Hassan rant videos and saying, this is a real tweet. Keep it in mind too, because it's going to come up later when we get to the crowd part. So before I provide really smoking gun evidence that this is just plainly fake, I want you to look at it and think with your brain so we can have at least some sort of teaching moment here. Does anything seem off about this to you? I would say that someone tweeting something like this, it probably wouldn't get 4 replies, 122 retweets, and 223 likes. I don't think that's very likely. You also have to think who types like this? I certainly don't. I don't think I've ever said anyways in my life. Thirdly is that who even claimed that Hamas raped a bunch of babies and kids? Did anyone make that claim? As far as I know, they claim that Hamas massacred 40 babies, which never happened, and actually only 1 baby in total was found to have died on October 7th. So it's like a perfect storm of things that should clue you in immediately that this is fake. Social media screenshots are pathetically easy to fake. It's really like Facebook grandma stuff at this point, to see something like this and just immediately believe it uncritically. But anyway, so my account was suspended on the date that this screenshot purports to have been posted. So obviously I could not have tweeted anyway. I do really, really wish that I had been on Twitter on October 7th, 2023 though. God, that's actually one of my biggest regrets ever. I'll never get to have that chance again. It was only suspended on November 6th after I did the thing, which if you don't know is commonly works on Twitter, where you say I am a far right Trump supporter and I was mass reported by the cancel culture police. Please unban me, and then they just unban you. So I did that and they unbanned me, and that was in November 6th, as you can see here. So I literally could not have posted this, aside from the fact that it's obviously fake anyway. What a coincidence that the first time this screenshot ever actually appeared was in January, 3 months after it was purportedly posted. Wow, it's almost like that's when someone made it. Nonetheless, of course, these people aren't interested in the truth. They're interested in defamation. They're interested in shutting down anyone who's against,
Oh my God, that describes Ethan so perfectly.
Melee or against Israel. And for them, that is what spamming this fake shit and these obviously defamatory false allegations is all about. And ultimately, that's really what it is for a lot of the people aside from them who also see this sort of thing and then start spreading it. They're just interested in
So the next part about this, if you're interested in watching this further, you go watch the video yourself. The next part is about how these screenshots were then taken as real by far-right people who then tried to go to where I live and kill me. And unlike Ethan, I show the police reports and stuff to show that this actually happened. I show all the evidence that this actually happened. I don't just claim that it's a harassment campaign, I provide evidence. Now, I'm going to provide you all with further evidence of Ethan Klein spurring attempted killings of people, threats against people, because that's what Ethan Klein basically tries to do now. It's his entire internet presence is to point at people, say, this person is an unhuman, a subhuman. They have wronged me in ways that I will describe, but I won't provide any proof for. Audience, go after them. Then, of course, his audience goes after them. So let me show you what happens to you when Ethan Klein tells people to go after you. Just a little taste of some of the threats that I have saved. He knows that he can't actually beat us on the issues, so he's attempting to weaponize his remaining audience to get us killed. It simply is that. So here is a message from a swell fellow. I got this swell message from a guy who literally messaged me from his business Instagram account, where he's like a tarot reader in Mexico. Very fucking bizarre. But he said, when I find your data, I'm going to send my Argentine friends to your parents' house. And if you are in Argentina, your house will be burned. And then he sends me a picture of a woman's face. I don't know who this person is. I think it's someone who made an anti-Ethan Klein video that he hates. And a picture of himself masturbating that I have obviously censored. And then he says, publish this for your mother, and specifically, if you are in Argentina, you are fucked. Very wonderful Ethan Klein fan there. Very good experience. 10 out of 10. Who else is there? Who else will we showcase? Just a little taste of it. I could make a whole video of this to Epic Music or something. Everyone's best friend, Kyle, had this to say. Everyone loves a good Kyle, don't they? Let's check him out. Kyle's let me know that I deserve a bullet in the head and I should go fuck a goat because according to him, I'm a stupid Arab fuck. I mean, not surprising for Ethan Klein's fan base. Then he said, looking like a piece of shit, go die in Afghanistan, fucking a dirt hole. And he called me a towel head. Ethan Klein's fans really like the racial slurs, don't they? Never saw that coming. It's almost like Ethan Klein is a racist streamer who hates Arabs. Never knew that. Isn't it funny? Like, Ethan Klein's example of him being harassed is just like people calling him an idiot. And my example of Ethan Klein's fans harassing me is them literally telling me like how they're graphically going to murder me. We have this great Ethan Klein fan who sent me an image implying that he was going to murder me with a 9mm handgun. This is Mr. DD Slick. You can get a nice picture of him there. It's probably not him, probably like some guy, but you know, 9mm, he says. Wow, I wonder what that means. Who knows? They're indecipherable. No one knows what that means. It could be anything. Great comments from Ethan Klein fans here. We have Earth is dying, not just saying go to hell to me, which, you know, would be fine, except unless you're Ethan Klein. If someone says go to hell to you, it's the worst thing in the world. By the way, I got so many of these death threats that I do not believe that Ethan Klein gets anything like this from his so-called haters, because there's simply no way he would show them. There's no fucking way. I hope we don't find out anything personal about you. Said the great Earth is dying. Thank you, my friend. What else have we got? We have another extremely nice Ethan Klein fan who has something to tell us about knives and my neck. Let's check that out. Glorious fan of Ethan Klein, doing what Ethan Klein wants his fans to do. He says, you better watch your back. I will stab you. I will 110% attack you with a knife, and I will aim for your neck. Do you understand, you subhuman freak? You look like your dad married a goat. Oh, and don't forget, there is no genocide in Gaza. Ethan Klein's fans tacking that on at the end. Surprising. I'll be back in Argentina soon. I will find, he says he'll find me and he'll put a knife in my neck. Wow. Brilliant Ethan Klein fan. I mean, we get the point, don't we? There's some others as well, many others, many more death threats, but I want to highlight some more racism before we move on, because it's incredibly telling how incredibly and openly racist Ethan Klein's fans are. This is Mr. Lev Kravchenko, a very fantastic SpongeBob fan. He's got some stuff to tell us about Arabs, which he thinks I am apparently, because, you know, Ethan Klein has literally been zooming in on my beard and claiming that it's an Arab beard. It's obviously why his fans assume that. Let's take a look at what this fella had to say to me following Ethan Klein attempting to incite people against me and failing miserably, aside from these fucking losers doing so. This guy says, do you think people want to listen to a sand N-word from Argentina with a crush on another man? We got the homophobia in there as well. Ethan Klein's fans just seem to hate like every minority. They hate all of them. Crazy, right? They throw all the fucking isms in there. Great. So that's just a taste of what actual harassment is like, not people critiquing you on Reddit. It's Ethan Klein sending those people at you. So that makes it easier to understand why people other than me have gone, like, just, he's successfully harassed them into silence. Because when Ethan Klein does this to you, that's what happens. When Ethan Klein lies about you, he spreads some bullshit narrative about you, he tells his fans to do this stuff, and it's what predictably happens, obviously. Anyway, let's continue now with that in mind. On Ethan Klein, like, just pointing at Matt Lieb for supposedly platforming me. Oh wait, so no, something that I forgot. The Ethan Klein Boston bombing video, we have to watch that. As I said, I don't need to defame Ethan, because he has factually touched himself while he filmed him to a video of what he called a juvenile.
Anyway, ignoring the camel, fucking that fat, juicy, juvenile vagina.
I'd like to not watch this anymore. I hope that Ethan Klein talking about juvenile vaginas is good enough. You guys can imagine the rest, okay? This is a few things make me uncomfortable to not want to watch, and this is one of them. I don't have to make things up about Ethan because he's on fucking camera saying this shit. I don't have to defame you like you have to defame me, Ethan, because you actually do the things that I accuse you of. It must fucking hurt you so fucking bad, doesn't it? Doesn't it? You little bitch, you can't bully someone and they have all the receipts on you. You got fucking nothing on them. Oh, it pains you so much, Ethan. Oh, you rely on harassment, bullying, just being rich and silencing people with legal threats and shit, and it's not working, and you can't deal. You can't fucking deal, you fucking tiny little bitch. She's gonna divorce you soon. She's gonna divorce you, Ethan. It's coming. Anyway, so what Ethan Klein does is just make a bunch of like out there batshit statements about me like being a prisoner, defamation about me being a pedophile, and then what he does is say, like, how dare Matt Leib talked about Empanada without providing any actual analysis of what me and Matt Leib talked about? Like, watch the fucking video if it's so bad that he talked to me. I must have said such bad shit in there. You should talk about it, and even better, you should debunk it. You should debunk what I said, Ethan. Oh, you fucking can't. That's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. Just demanding that people be cancelled and that your fans harass them because you can't fucking deal with the facts on Israel-Palestine. And it's all coming crashing down, Ethan. It's all coming crashing down. You're too incompetent defending Israel for the raider of Ramallah, Gila Klein, Ethan. I got you. I got you. You are psychologically damaged. And it's all because I know the truth and I say it.
And Matt Leib was like, this is the guy I want to have on.
Hell yeah.
And of course they talk about me. He's evil. I mean, he's just a disgusting fucking piece of shit.
He's evil.
And I think it's insane that Good Mythical Morning and hire somebody for their whole...
This isn't true. Good Mythical Morning specifically hired me for this. Good Mythical Morning got in contact with me and they were like, we love your work. It's so fucking... I don't even know what Good Mythical Morning is. Wait. But I want to make clear that I was specifically hired directly by Good Mythical Morning. I just love causing problems. I'm sorry. And they got in contact with me and they were like, Bad Empanada, we need you on Matt Leib's podcast, which we manage directly. Everything that he says on there is our collective opinion. We need you on there now. I need to endorse you. International criminal, Bad Empanada, you anti-Semite. It's fucking awesome. See, that's what he believes. I'll play into it. Like, the best way to deal with someone like this is to just play into their fucking delusions. It's so great. Like, I've been playing into his delusions the whole time. I'm like, Ethan Klein, it's me, Ethan. It was me all along. I'm behind it all. I'm in cahoots with the CEO of Reddit and the CEO of Twitch, Dan Clancy. Or is Dan Clancy the Destiny Orbiter? I don't know which Dan it is. One of them is a CEO, the other one is. The other one isn't. But I'm in cahoots more than Ethan. It's me, Ethan, it's me. All your problems are caused by me. I am evil. I am the mastermind behind it all, Ethan. I wish I had a longer beard so that he could, like, point at me and say that I look too Islamic. It's all me, Ethan. It's me all along, Ethan. It's me, Ethan. It's me. Every problem that you have is because of me.
Bad Empanada on their podcast.
Why don't you play?
At least everyone knows these other people are scumbags. Matt Leib is like somehow snuck under the radar.
Thing to see because I've just watched.
He's actually watching the video. This is a huge mistake, Ethan. What if we say something that you can't refute?
So many people, kind of like audiences who once very much enjoyed someone like Ethan Klein or others as well.
This is the guy, by the way, just to remind you, who called AB a house slave.
Yeah, I did.
For saying I'm a good parent. So.
Yeah, AB is better trained than your dogs are. He doesn't shit everywhere. He does what you want him to do.
Yeah.
People kind of like...
There's no civilized world where this guy's on your show. You can't have this. I mean, this is like having a Kanye West on your show and being like...
There's no civilized world where Israel exists. There's no civilized world where your wife raids random people's houses because it's like an adventure for her. There's no civilized world where your wife says live on stream that Yoav Gallant is a great guy. There's no civilized world where you touch yourself live on camera while Hillary Klein films you to a fucking teenage terrorist victim and talk about a juvenile vagina. You know, Ethan, certain things just shouldn't exist in a real civilized world. Unfortunately, we don't live in a civilized world, and that's why you have a fucking podcast. Because in a world that was based on meritocracy, you'd be in the mines, Ethan, and you know it.
Kanye West, everybody. So let's talk about some racist shit and pretend.
Oh my God, he didn't even watch it. Sorry, I thought he would watch it. He just skips over it. Obviously, Ethan Klein is never going to watch what anyone actually fucking says and try to refute it. He just says that people are crazy. You should ignore them, and then he moves on. Point proven. Got him.
Well, that did happen with Alex Jones.
Say what?
That did happen with Alex Jones. Alex Jones brought him on.
Yeah, that's Alex Jones. People
I'm Alex Jones. Fuck yeah, I'm Alex Jones.
Kanye going on Alex Jones is a meme. Nobody, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's changing their mind.
Kanye West is not just a fucking meme. Kanye West doesn't affect anything. Kanye West is like a dangerous fucking influential Nazi. You're whitewashing Kanye West now, you bizarre fuck. What the hell? I influence things, but Kanye West doesn't? You are crazy.
Yeah. Version of themselves where they are just obsessed with.
He's watching it. Oh my God, it's better than I would ever expect.
The petty things about this subject, you know, where they're not even, they don't think it's like.
Anyway, go check it out yourself. I didn't even pull up this link.
Anyway, go check it out yourself. What he means by that is go harass these people, obviously. He doesn't actually want them to watch the fucking video. He doesn't want to watch the video himself, especially because once we say something, he has to refute it, and he can't. So he has to skip it. He has to close it. Fucking moron.
The computer's tripping balls. Did the water seep in?
Yeah, maybe dropped an entire cover.
High production value podcast.
Might be a blessing in disguise.
Tom's music starts playing, you know something fucked up. So my laptop appears fine. It's just the TV signal got scrambled.
I'm having a fucking great time here. Ethan Klein is not.
Danny's on the move.
Every time he talks about me, it's like, fuck yeah, lazy ass content. I spend like an hour and a half talking about this dumb fuck, make a ton of money. Soon, you know what's gonna happen? I'll be in the mansion. Woo.
Dan has rejiggered the HDMI cable. He has taken it out. He has unplugged it and replugged it back in. And Dan, and his infinite.
What else does he say about me? Like he's like, go brigade, but Hasbara. He's like, look at these guys, brigade them.
That's why he's Dan.
This is what Ethan Klein does. He just tells you to go and harass people. This is the Go and Harass This Guy podcast. It's like group harassment session. It's amazing, right? What great content. This is for people who like want a truly interactive stream. Like every 5 minutes, Ethan Klein is directing you to go and send messages to a new person or their mother or their underage daughter. You never know who it could be. Spin the fucking wheel. Who is Ethan going to tell you to send death threats to today? You never know. That's what this is. It's like a truly interactive streaming experience. I get it now. Ethan Klein is a pioneer. He's pioneering like collaborative live doxing. I understand what the appeal is. I just realized it. That's it. That's what it is. It's just go harass this guy. Look at this guy's Facebook. Look at his mother. Look at his 16-year-old sister. Send messages to them. Tell them what's what. Look at these guys. Look at that podcast. Leave negative comments here now. This podcast had Hassan Piker on. Negative comments now, fans. Go, go, go. He's figured out how to make streaming truly interactive. It's like Twitch plays Pokemon for 2025. Great work, Ethan. Great moves. Good job. Proud of you. Incredible.
He had an episode recently, 2 weeks ago, with Hassan called "Do You Condemn Hassan?" Like, do you condemn?
They talk to Hassan. Even more reasons to attack them, dude. Great work.
He supports Hamas. Here it is. I just want to show you the beginning of this. By the way, Bad Hasbara, he has a podcast where he just solely shits on Israelis. That's what Bad Hasbara is. It's like a meme.
Hasbara is a meme.
Propaganda.
Hasbara
it's like
means
a weird slur that people started picking up, calling just like Hasbara means like a lying Jew, essentially.
Oh my God, this guy is... Hasbara is literally a term directly used by the Israeli state for their propaganda. Like, if you go to the first result on Google, Wikipedia, for Hasbara, the contemporary term Hasbara was introduced by Nahum Sokolov, an Israeli Zionist, which it translates roughly to explaining. It's a communicated strategy that seeks to justify actions and is considered reactive and event-driven. And now, since the term has taken on a negative connotation because we call it out, now they call it public diplomacy. I'm pretty sure this article used to be called Hasbara and they changed it because Israel changed the term they used, but the Spanish wiki page still has the old version, which says Hasbara is a term used by the Israeli state and for independent pro-Israel groups to describe its efforts to explain the policies of the Israeli government and to promote Israel's image in the world. So Ethan Klein says Hasbara is an anti-Semitic slur. This guy is so far down the Zionist pipeline, he's going to show up outside of Rail HQ with a fucking gold star on his shirt next week. It's that bad. It's that fucking bad. He's at that level of self-victimization. This guy is crazed. Actually crazed, actually mentally unwell, needs help immediately, but he's not going to get it. He's just going to keep doing this shit.
All right, come on with the... What kind of intro is this, man? Cut to the chase here.
It's an intro song that is mocking the fact that Israelis claim that they own fucking everything. That's the intro. What's the problem?
Too bad. Everybody.
You're actually going to watch something? Are you sure about this? This is a mistake, Ethan.
Hey, and welcome to Bad Hasbara,
the world's most moral podcast. Matt, you're okay.
I'm alive.
Whew,
ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't know if I was going to be doing...
Are you sure you want to watch this, Ethan? What if they say like an actual point and you have to respond? This is a mistake.
Here's my baddie. Here's my baddie. Baddie and Banana.
Story.
He's a straight baddie.
For being such a when she comes out, please.
What are they just watching an Israeli showing clothing and shitting on her? Like, is that what they're actually doing? Hold
He
on.
does this constantly.
Sorry, I know this is a tangent.
It's a TikTok video of a fucking rich New York white woman who trying to sell clothing that she named after individual hostages. And it's just so like rich bourgeois white women bullshit, and we laughed at it. And I will do it again any day. Ethan Klein did this same thing where it's just like, what are they doing? Just laughing at an Israeli? When it was like Hassan showing footage of like crazed Israelis rampaging and destroying aid settlements for Gaza. And he just called them normal, everyday people who look like they're doing charity. He does this all the time.
I just want to watch when he introduces him. Okay, here.
I told him to introduce me as an international criminal. I hope he did. I remember.
That's what Karen Bass meant to say.
Yes, that was the URL thing. It's the spin.
Songs about I'm going to do for this. Dan.
How hard is it to find this porn?
I couldn't evacuate them. Bitch in West.
Look at me.
It was just
here. This is a professional podcast. This is a professional podcast, by the way. You're watching professionalism. There's like 10 people on this crew.
Shout out Adam Lem. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone else, please welcome Bad and Banana.
Yeah, I just want to point out Matt Lieb and Daniel Mate are both Jewish. So I think the Hasbare's anti-Semitic slur thing isn't going to work here, and it wouldn't work anyway. Gigantic.
Kill Ela Klein. What a fucking...
Yeah, dude, that was clearly said there. He just like inserts something that he made up in there. Like, oh, this guy definitely said to attack Ela Klein. He definitely said that. He just makes something up and moves on. He gets fucking too sick of what he's watching 2 seconds in. He can't even get to the points, especially tries to avoid the points fucking intentionally. My God.
He should be fired. No question about it.
I mean, it's probably related to the fact that his former housekeeper is fired again for a number of different reasons. So I would assume he doesn't actually have a housekeeper anymore, or perhaps he lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered in dog shit, and he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit. And God forbid.
Look at her chat. So this to me is like very important. This was streamed Monday, March 1st, 2 days before the CPS call came in. The call was made on the 3rd. This clip happened on Saturday. The call came in on Monday, exactly preceding that. Wow, and look at the comments. Call CPS.
If someone called fucking CPS on you and they showed them the clip of you outright saying on your podcast that your kid contracted Giardia, and then you go on to say that you think they got it from eating dog shit outright yourself, you said that you think it's contracted from eating dog shit. You said you thought that's basically the only way. Ethan, if someone showed that clip to CPS and CPS said they want to come to your house because of that, not only is that fair grounds for a CPS visit, but you're making things actively worse by going live and bitching about the CPS visit rather than working on your parenting to make sure that the problem doesn't happen again. Imagine the CPS officers watching this. This is why I don't think this is at all real. This is why it's quite likely that this is bullshit, because who in their right fucking mind would get visited by CPS and immediately just start fucking posting like shit on the internet where they're literally gyrating, sniffling, coughing, and going crazy, not about the fact that CPS thought that they were bad parents, but rather about the fact that someone reported them for something they factually said on their own podcast, which CPS found on its own merits concerning enough to warrant an investigation. An investigation, not just a visit, an investigation. You're making this so much fucking worse on yourselves. Do you not realize that? This is gonna look so fucking bad. You know they're watching the shit you upload. Of course they are. What are you fucking doing? I feel bad for you because you don't realize this, or maybe I shouldn't feel bad for you because this is indicative of the fact that you're not taking this seriously at all. You're just like farming it for content. You're farming it as ammo to like basically try to get back at the same people you have been able to debunk on the facts this whole time. That's all it is for you. That's all you seem to care about. Using it as ammo against your fucking internet enemies. You can't debunk on the facts, so you just try to frame them as like criminals who call fucking CPS on you, when for one, you have no evidence of that, and for two, a CPS visit based on what you said on the fucking podcast was warranted anyway, and your reaction to that should be not, oh my god, how fucking dare this happen to me, and frame CPS like it's fucking swatting. CPS is a random guy trained to work with kids with a clipboard. It's not fucking swatting, Ethan. Nothing like that. You frame that as like something traumatizing and horrible. They're conducting an investigation. They're not interrogating your kids, they're interviewing them. And they're interviewing them because of you oversharing on your podcast. According to you, you said your kid got a parasite, and then you went on to say that you think this parasite is only contracted by eating dog shit. The implication of that is clear. The CPS officer obviously would have taken that reasoning from it, and they would have been concerned about that. If it was reported by someone, there's so many culprits, aside from a random streamer's chat, your ex-housekeeper, the doctor who you took your kid to regarding the parasite. Any one of these people would have had to report Giardia in a fucking, what is it, like a 10-month-old kid? And then you're just making it worse. What are you fucking doing? It's honest, it bothers me actually, because he should be like fucking hampering down and trying to prove to them that he's a perfect parent, not doing this. You're just making it worse on yourself.
TPS, social.
You tell everyone that there's shit all over your floors and that your kid got a parasite from it on your podcast that got like 400,000 views. What the fucking hell did you expect, Ethan, man? Should I show you the clip again? Why not? For good measure. This is clearly the clip that prompted the CPS visit. Ethan says his kid got Giardia. He thought he had it. Hila had it. And then after that, he said that he thinks that you get Giardia from eating shit. The implication of that, like shit being on the floor is so normal in his house that his immediate thought is that his kid is eating shit. That's crazy, Ethan. If it's true, you shouldn't have said this. Why do you just overshare like this? It's so weird. You brought this shit on yourself. No one else did this except yourself because you said this. Why would you say this shit live? Like, you just straight up said, like, your house is a dump covered in dog shit, your kid's got a parasite from it, and then you got made fun of for that, and you're surprised?
One part.
And the evil people are the ones who made fun of you for this embarrassing shit that you said live on stream? Not you for fucking saying this? Why would you say this if it wasn't true? What the fuck is wrong with you?
But the next part is, what's the next? That Olive has Giardia, which is it's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
And Olive has this?
Olive has this, yeah. She came to us with it.
Okay.
She had diarrhea, and
oh, poor baby.
Ducky came to us with that too. And I just wonder why.
I'm just disappointed.
Relatively.
It should be. They should have found it already. But anyway.
I almost feel bad about doing this. It's like the defamation where he tries to paint me as like a convicted pedophile that makes me just, I don't care anymore, man. Like, it's just such a spiral from him. It really does almost make me feel bad because this guy should be hunkering down and doing everything that he possibly can right now to like make sure the CPS investigation goes nowhere. But he's doing this. He's just streaming about me, gyrating. He looks like he's on drugs. Like, come on. You have to be more careful in this, man. What are you doing?
So she has Giardia, so we have her on an antibiotic, but we had to wait until Monday, which is today. We just got it today. And, well, Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has Giardia.
Oh, shit.
And now Hila has Giardia.
Shut up. For real?
And now I think this morning I had diarrhea.
Oh my god.
The punchline is coming.
What can I do to not get it?
Yeah, I'm trying to, because I'm not trying to get it.
No, it's extremely ridiculous to get. You have to ingest my poop.
Oh, why did you say that? Right after you said that your kid got it from putting random shit in their mouth. Why would you say that? And then you act surprised that it gets picked up on by CPS. You act surprised that you got made fun of for having a house covered in shit when you said that. If someone who was your enemy said something like this, you would jump on it and do the exact same, you fucking liar. The thing is, your enemies don't say embarrassing shit like this constantly, so you can't, and it fucking hurts you, doesn't it? I don't believe this CPS thing, given the way that he's acting. He clearly does not seem fazed by this. For him, this seems like nothing more than a convenient way to attack all the same people he was already attacking. It seems like bullshit. I want to see real proof of this before I go believe it. And none of you should believe it until you do as well. The way that he's acting is not the way that a parent who is in their right mind would act if they were being investigated by CPS. He's just making things worse, if it was true.
Service bro needs someone to call CPS. That's child. It's every comment. Yeah. How did they get the memo? Every single fucking comment.
It is child endangerment. What you said in that clip is child endangerment, Ethan.
If their kids have Giardia, they actually need to be taken away. Like, that is... How could you... Oh my god. Kids get Giardia.
Wow, a random Twitch account named Glurp said that. It's the smoking gun he got.
That's not that weird. Actual worst father ever. So Ethan isn't only sexualizing underage girls, he's also neglecting children, but that's just insane. Like,
I showed the Boston bombing video. You want to see Ethan Klein sexualizing an underage girl? It's 100% true. Sex pest Ethan Klein. Check out the video. I will play one specific part because I do not want to. Hello everyone. It genuinely bothers me. I will play one part that is him specifically sexualizing a girl he framed as underage.
Anyway, ignoring the camel, fucking that fat, juicy, juvenile vagina. Nigga wants to fuck that shit, boy. Yeah.
Okay. Justified statement. Justified statement. You sexualized what you said was a juvenile. Justified.
You know what the fuck?
They should show that one to fucking CPS as well.
Decliner needs to take care of his kids.
Just from like,
Giardia means you're leaving your dog shit on the floor for a while and your kids are walking on it, probably eating it.
Contact with a
Giardia can be deadly to children.
You said that was happening on something, but
his youngest baby contracted Giardia and his entire family has it now because the rescue dog got it and was shitting in the house. Yeah, and again, I clarified that actually nobody ended up having it, but all of. So this is what she's.
It doesn't matter if you clarified later. You said this. You said that yourself on your fucking podcast. Not everyone has to go to your podcast. Not everyone is obliged to go there and get your updates on your kids' parasites and whether or not they ate shit, Ethan. The fact that you yourself said that it is more than enough. You've been citing defamation against tons of people. What happened like a month ago? You said that you were going to make a video with evidence that Hassan Piker is a rapist. You fucking didn't do that, did you, Ethan? You just fucking dissipated into nothing. You do this constantly. For what we say about you, we have clear evidence of you admitting it. You make shit up about people and then it never surfaces. This happens constantly. You fucking liar.
This is her community while she's watching Bad Empanada talk about it. 2 days before the call came in.
They contracted a parasite that I had previously never heard of in my life called Giardia.
I know this dog shit
that is all over. Dude, how is it?
I love the level of research.
Yeah. I love the level of research. Dude, how dare you of all people say that?
Is this true?
It is true. You said it on your podcast. We went over it multiple times.
Everybody in chat saying call CPS. Is this true?
Even how is it from like contact with their hands or something? But they contracted. I was actually generous to him there. Contact with the hands or something. I was generous because he didn't just say that. He said that it was from eating shit in his own words. I was so generous there.
Man, like show some fucking show some respect, show some grace, dude. Show some.
What? You literally dox people's mothers on stream, you dumb fuck. Like, shut up.
At least a little judgment. I know it's like you think you can say and do anything you want about me ever, all the time.
Oh my god, the projection is so
You're talking about my kids. Your chat is saying call CPS. You don't want to say any single fucking thing about that? You sick, twisted, evil woman.
This is going to look so bad for CPS that he's doing this instead of working on making sure that their investigation fails. Like, what the fuck is this? That I had previously never heard.
You're just gonna sit there doing, oh my god, like ooh, or what's?
I want to notice well how he largely skips over me. He skips over me. It's very quick, very rushed, and then he focuses on Venoms because she's a woman. Because she's a woman. Ethan Klein hates women. Ethan Klein specifically avoids men. Like me, I am going after him so much harder than Denims is. And sure, he attacks me, but he saves his worst, not for me, for saying it initially. He saves it for the woman who is just reacting to me. He only feels comfortable going after women. And he dedicates the fucking way more of this to her than he does to me. I think he knows that she's going to be more afraid of this than I am. She's going to be a lot more scared of this than I am because I think he's already realized he can't do shit to get at me. I don't get intimidated by this shit, and he's going after her, like the woman, the easier target, the one who isn't making my videos initially, who's just reacting to them. He just complains about her for way longer than he complained about me. Maybe, I think here he might go back to complaining about me. He just complains about people watching.
By wide margins now, okay?
By the way, this is all recent, too.
Oh, this is on the Bad Empanada live channel. He didn't put this on the...
You notice how the best that he can do is say, these guys, watch this guy. Oh, this is horrible. This is bad. They can never explain why. All they can do is like frame me as an international criminal mastermind. And then they never provide proof of that. They never actually watch the videos that the people who are watching my videos are watching to explain why what I'm saying is wrong. They know they can't.
Normal channel. Oh my lord.
Massive promotion.
Oh, dude. Empanada went from bad to good empanada.
That's the channel where he said he wants to kill me and Hila, by the way. So.
Bad empanada went from bad empanada.
Oh my god. He's like he wanted to kill me. He played a video game where you fight Israeli soldiers as a fucking Palestinian resistance fighter. That's incredible.
Yeah, anywho, yeah, so go watch the video without recapping the whole thing.
He's skipping over the part where he said that he would sue me because he knows that he can't. He knows that he's too scared to do so because I am right and he is wrong and he would lose.
The old meme channel, H33 Producatons.
I do like the choice of watch you picked for the video.
Oh, he moved on.
Let's keep it down. Keep it.
Is he done? Why are the Discords? He's going over the fucking Discord screenshots claiming that there's a conspiracy against him again. This is such a train wreck. I'm glad that he covered me again because it's just funny at this point. It's free content for me. I'm gonna milk it. Like the amount of money that I get from this compared to making a 1 hour long a video essay is so disproportionate that the perverse incentive to do so, to just react to Ethan Klein talking about me, is so great. Like it's so little effort. It takes so little time. It's honestly so funny. Like I'm gaining a reputation as a comedian because of this. I never knew I was funny before. I thought I was the least funny person in the world. Who knew? Soon I might be doing stand-up. Ethan Klein is like giving me a whole career as like a fucking YouTuber who just makes fun of YouTube dumbasses. He's giving me a mansion. He's paying off my fucking house. Well, okay, I don't own a house. I own a prison cell, but he's paying it off all the same. Ethan Klein can never do self-deprecating humor. He would never say anything like that. Fucking loser. Like every time he talks about me, it just benefits me. I gain subs, he loses them. I get tons of views. I get a ton of money. What does he get? His podcast is fucking catapulting. I don't know if that catapulting. Falling down the fucking stairs. Like fucking Sweet Bro and Hella Jeff. I don't remember which one of them fell down the stairs, but one of them did. It's just pathetic. Every day that he dedicates his podcast, like half of it, to just screeching about people on the internet who don't like him, he ensures the downfall of his overall internet career. What more is there to say, really, guys? There is another Bad Empanada video covering Ethan Klein's dumb shit. I mean, honestly, I hope he keeps talking about me so that I can keep making these videos. It's just so easy, man. I could fucking fund it in my own animal shelter or something because of you. I should do that. I should do that. Let's go. I tell you to do it. Watch.
So that's only one part of it. The next part is...
What's the next?
That Olive has Giardia, which is it's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
And Olive has this?
Olive has this, yeah. She came to us with it.
Oh. Okay.
She had diarrhea and...
oh, poor baby.
Ducky came to us with that too. And I just wonder why...
It's relatively common.
She should have found it already. But anyway, so she has Giardia, so we have her on an antibiotic, but we had to wait until Monday, which is today. We just got it today. And... well, Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has Giardia.
Oh, shit.
And now Hila has Giardia.
Shut. For real?
And now I think this morning I had diarrhea.
Oh my God.
What can I do to not get it?
Yeah, I'm trying
because I'm not trying to get it.
No, it's extremely ridiculous to get. You have to ingest my poop.
Enemy field upgrade.
Are you planning on that?
Never.
Not really.
So then you're fine.
Okay. So Ethan Klein is trying to self-victimize here when he straight up said this in like a 2-minute long rant on his podcast, just oversharing to the maximum, claiming that his child had contracted a parasite and then going on to elaborate and imply that this had been through eating shit. No, he has no one to blame for this other than himself. Because for one, if this actually happened or anything even remotely approximating this happened, then those kids needed to be checked on. But for two, you also like, if this wasn't true, if you were, like, telling a joke here or something, as I'm sure he's trying to claim now, why the fuck would you just say this anyway? This isn't funny. Like, there's no reason for you to say this unless it was true. Boggles the fucking mind. To self-victimize after this is insane. And now he's trying to frame a visit from CPS as if it was like a swatting or something. It's not. Okay, a visit from CPS is like a guy with a clipboard coming to your house to check on the kids. That is not a traumatic experience. That is not swatting. You are not in any danger. What is very interesting about this is that Gila has said afterwards, because these people apparently just cannot stop giving up too much information. She posted a story where she claimed that they are being harassed, which we're going to get into as well, don't you worry. And then said that they called Child Protective Services to our house yesterday and they are now performing an investigation. They would not perform an investigation unless what they saw was bad enough to warrant one, unless they had some sort of suspicion of something more going on. So quite clearly here, if this actually happened, if this Child Protective Services person actually visited, like what they saw was bad enough that they did not just close the case right then and there. They decided to continue. And now Ethan is blaming this on other people. He's trying to say, oh, how dare they report us for this, rather than saying, are we perhaps doing something wrong here that could cause Child Protective Services to think they need to perform an investigation on our children. The idea that they are spewing here is that like one random person called CPS on them and told a lie, which to be clear is obviously not true. Reporting on what Ethan Klein himself said during his podcast wouldn't be lying. And then this CPS officer who visited them saw enough to, according to Gila here, warrant further investigation. That is something that is on you guys. It's not on fucking anyone else. For them to try and blame anyone else for this, like they're coming for my kids. No, they're not coming for your kids. No one's coming for your kids. CPS is investigating based on what you yourself said and what they saw in your house when they visited you. This is not because of an internet harassment campaign. This is because of what you said on your stream regarding your kids contracting Giardia. And apparently, according to you yourselves, what Gila said here, they saw enough when they visited you to warrant further investigation. That is all on you. It's not on anyone else. And I certainly hope that if your kids are in danger of health problems, that CPS would at the very least attempt to help you in your parenting so you can stop giving your kids parasites. Thank you. I think that's a pretty basic thing to say. Now, Ethan has also very recently, ironically, spurred harassment campaigns against other people. For example, just yesterday, a member of Ethan's subreddit attempted to contact my family members and find out where they live, which is very interesting. So you can see here, this fella right here said, 1 like, and I will message Bad Empanada's mother on Facebook, and then said where he believes that she lives or my family live. Interesting. Given that I've never shared anything approximating such information, I wonder how this H3H3 subreddit member got such information and on whose incitement they decided to search for it. Very interesting. Look out for this fella who is proudly wearing Teddy Fresh garb in his photo. He's since deleted his Reddit account. However, this is a very bad thing to do when you live in Australia, as this guy does, given that there is a 6-year prison sentence for doing it. And we'll see how that goes for him. But worse than that, way worse than that, Ethan Klein's fans have been tracking down the family members of a guy who he doxed on his stream and told his fans to harass this guy on his stream. It's been a week since that happened, and a week later, this guy is still reporting that he and his family are getting death threats. For example, he got a death threat from this Ethan Klein fan. This was a comment on his underage sister's Instagram account, which they went and found his underage sister's Instagram account at Ethan's incitement. And the comment says, I know what school your mum works at. Tell her she's not safe. Joe, your brother, started some shit and now your mum is going to pay. Ethan Klein will get them. This was spurred on by Ethan Klein with his crew member, Abdullah Ayad. Abdullah, who said, oh, I know where these people live, while Ethan Klein was doxing them live on stream. And this guy has the nerve to say that him getting a visit from CPS because of things that he factually said on himself, like shit that if it was a normal person, for one, you wouldn't do that shit. You wouldn't just, that wouldn't happen to you. And for two, the CIA would not be able to torture that information out of you. It's that embarrassing. He just openly overshared it on his podcast. That's obviously, if this CPS visit even happened, if this investigation is happening, what they acted upon, and they clearly saw enough when they visited to warrant not immediately closing the case, given Gila Klein herself said so. So that is a little bit of extra context here. I could go into more stuff, like the fact that Ethan Klein has a long history of defamation and spurring harassment against other people. For example, there was a guy, Patrice Wilson, who was rather cringeworthy record producer who would go everywhere and like try to find child artists who he obviously he wanted to find the next big thing and make it rich, and he made like cringe music videos and stuff. Ethan Klein called this guy a pedophile for years. He was the guy behind Rebecca Black's Friday, I believe, which is very, very famous. Ethan Klein called that guy like a pedophile for years, to the point he tried to kill himself, when what he was guilty of was like being a producer of like cringe music videos. What happened as a result of this defamation campaign? Well, Patrice was accused of, according to him, being a rapist, being a pedophile. Fantastic. Ethan Klein has a long history of defamation, of targeted harassment against totally random people as well. Ethan's entire MO has been mass targeted harassment of random fucking people for years and years. Some of them are shitty people, some of them aren't. Either way, it's incredibly weird. And what is happening to him is not even remotely that. People are criticizing him on Reddit. And now he's trying to frame a totally warranted CPS visit based on things that he said himself on his podcast, if it even happened, by the way. Obviously, we don't know for sure. He's trying to frame that as like him being a victim or something. It's absolutely absurd. Ethan, you have not faced anything even close to what you have done to others. This is not harassment. It's people criticizing and commentating on the internet content that you yourself put it into the world, the things that you yourself say. He insists that it's false when he just has stuff like that video that we watched sitting there. Let's check out Ethan Klein's fantastic video. He posted on his main channel a video. Stalkers are coming after my children and Reddit is enabling them. I can't wait to check this one out. Let's go.
In my long career on YouTube, I've pretty much seen it all. I've been swatted several times with LAPD
help. He's going to frame himself as a victim here without acknowledging what he has done to dozens of other people, dozens of coordinated harassment campaigns, trying to frame himself as like a massive victim because people on Reddit criticize him.
There's a street shut down, police with guns drawn up, doing a perimeter around my house. We've also been visited by the FBI 3 times. They were all to warn us of a credible threat against our lives. One time, most recently, he came at 7 a.m. and said, "Do not open any packages until you hear from me, as we have credible bomb threats against you that we found online." I thought I'd seen it all. I knew this content nuke was going to draw a lot of negative attention, seeing how extreme Hassan and his fan base are, and his orbiters. But
it's gone that badly that like the supposed career-ending content nuke on Hassan,
the lengths to which they've gone to harass us and get revenge for going after their god king Hassan has frankly gone beyond any type
so
of
Hassan Piker is like leading or inadvertently leading like a mass Reddit harassment campaign against him. That's the narrative here. Let's see how much it is actually backed up by the evidence.
And humanity to the point where they're calling CPS, Child Protective Services, to come to our house and break up our family.
Again, he has no evidence that anyone called CPS. 2, he's trying to say that like CPS will just break up this fucking rich, fat millionaire family living in a mansion with no cause, no reason to do so. That's obviously fucking bullshit. He's framing this like you can just call CPS and they will go somewhere and like immediately take the kids away. And that obviously is not what happened. You're not even fucking close. He's framing it like a swatting. It's not that at all. Obviously, you have nothing to fucking worry about here, especially as rich white people with a mansion, unless they had some sort of reason to be there and to suspect that something broader was going on. So he has no evidence that anyone called CPS. He has no evidence that anyone from any of these groups called CPS. He does not know how CPS came to his house. There's no reason at all to go with his narrative here. It's pure narrativization, nor has he provided any evidence that if there was a call to CPS, it was not warranted. Because as we've gone over, the things that he has said on his stream should be bad enough to warrant at least a checkup. By the way, I did not play the rest. Like, there are entire videos.
We're talking about scent attracting flies.
Like, his crew and he have talked about their problems with like their pet excrement constantly on their show over the years.
Do you want to read? You're talking about scent. If you want to,
Okay.
let me read this.
But
if you're
when I got here and I was saying I don't see any flies, I heard some of you guys saying it's here. We're in the control room.
Weird.
It's
I don't leave fruit in your control room.
It's literally everywhere.
Not anywhere
in the
near my
office.
fruit. Wouldn't they be on my?
Oh my
fruit?
God! I can't believe we've been debating this. Read the Reddit post.
All right, you made me do this, Ethan.
Show it.
God.
You made me do this.
Do you see any flies around my fruit?
I don't think it's just like, oh, I put fruit here and flies.
There's 7 minutes of this.
What's down there, so he'll be walking in for about.
Like, there is more than enough probable cause for at least a CPS visit. And a CPS visit is not the end of the fucking world as he's trying to frame it as. No, is it? Like, he's trying to frame this as, like, by default, something unimaginable and warranted. Like, it's unthinkable that these two could ever be bad parents. They could ever do anything wrong as parents. Is that correct? I'd say quite clearly that it's not. It's not incorrect, given the fact that CPS, obviously, given Gila Klein's story, found enough probable cause to warrant further investigation after their visit, and they did not immediately close the case.
On Friday morning, an agent showed up to our house saying that they had received an anonymous tip that our children were crawling around in dog shit, eating.
By the way, you should not believe his narrative here. You should not believe his framing of this. He's obviously going to try to frame it as favorable to himself as possible. And do you think that CPS will just act on an anonymous tip from someone who has zero proof that they are connected to you at all? By the way, just want to note here, in California, there are no anonymous tips anymore for CPS. In 2023, California switched to a system of confidential reporting, which requires CPS screeners to ask all callers for information regarding them. So if they say to you that this person was someone close to you, they would have had to give in enough detail to the operator to prove that they were close to you. So his narrative here falls over immediately if you just look into the actual truth. There is no such thing as anonymous CPS calls in California anymore.
Dog shit and contracting diseases. Not only have they...
What he said there is completely in line with what Ethan himself said in his own podcast. You know, CPS do you think they would not look up your podcast if they got a call like this? Or that the person who was calling wouldn't need to provide further information, such as that podcast clip, which aligns more or less with what the person supposedly said there. So, I mean, he needs to just leave this context out for this to even work.
Called CPS on us. Now they're starting to try to call in a 5150 to get me committed. It's really...
A 5150 to get me committed.
Try to call...
We have a bunch of screenshots, 5150, a bunch of random comments. They're trying to call in a 5150 to get me committed. Do you think that you could actually just be committed? Do you think people on the internet saying this guy's crazy, he should be committed? Do you think that is at all actionable? That is at all serious? This is like a supposed comedian just taking like the obvious fucking people being like, whoa, this guy's crazy. No, look at how this guy's acting and pretending to take it seriously. Like, they're trying to get me committed. If I acted like Ethan Klein, every time that someone called me crazy or hinted at like, oh, you should be in a mental asylum, I would be like, oh, you want me to be committed by the police? I mean, yeah, the top right photo literally says joking. Like, this is your evidence.
Committed. It's really gone on too far, and at this point, I'm ready to take no prisoners.
Your evidence is that people are calling you crazy on Reddit.
Take the gloves off and call out everybody who needs to be called out. The thing is,
oh yeah, man,
children,
they haven't been doing that already.
Crossed, they cannot be walked back. Once my kids are involved, when people are targeting my children, harassing.
Your kids were involved. You talk about your kids. You overshare constantly. You need to stop. Why did you even talk about this in the first place? No one needed to know that your kid had, according to you, had giardia. Nor did they need to know that you believe that it was contracted through fecal ingestion. You could have not said that.
My children, there's no length that I won't go to take care of this, and I think that's something that
I mean, you were already doing this same shit before. What happened here is really just the content nuke went so fucking badly for him that he's trying to garner sympathy by creating this imagined mass harassment campaign. He's doing exactly what he would always accuse others of doing. Except in those cases, he would go against these random people and just organize targeted harassment against them for basically no reason at all. In this case, it's just people criticizing him, and he's calling that targeted harassment.
Parent can relate to. All these people, incidentally, who are promoting this type of insanity are, in fact, childless and will likely remain that way. The CPS agent showed up and...
If only we had children, then we could understand. Ranting about your children getting a parasite on stream.
Started asking us all kinds of questions like, who feeds the kids? Who takes care of the kids? What do you do to the kids when you get angry? How do the kids sleep? Do the kids have toys? Is that, what happens when you get mad? Or what happens when your kids get mad? He walked around the house. He looked in our refrigerator.
So he asked you the questions that they ask everyone when they visit.
Walked all around looking for dog shit, apparently. Although when he showed up immediately, he said, wow, this place is clean. Our 3
I'm
and 5
sure he
boys
did.
were at
Yeah,
school.
that definitely happened.
Our 8-month-old is upstairs sleeping when he visits, and he says, I need to go upstairs and look at your infant visibly to see him and confirm he's okay. Well, he's napping in his crib. He goes upstairs to look around the house, to snoop around. He investigates Sonny, our youngest, wakes him up from his nap, and even though he woke him up during his nap, he was greeted immediately, actually, by a smile, because Sonny is probably the happiest baby in the entire world. He smiles at everybody. His name is Sonny because he is just a ray of sunshine. He just gave him a big smile. I mean, he's just the sweetest kid in the world. So
Look how sweet these kids are. Never mind the clip where you said that this kid contracted Giardia.
we went back downstairs to continue the conversation, at which point he said something that both me and Hila had us both saying absolutely not. He said he was going to go to the children's school to interrogate them there. We both said, you are absolutely not going to ever go to their school and talk to them.
There is no fucking way that, like, this CPS officer would have taken it to this point unless he saw something in your house that, you know, piqued his interest. He's trying to frame himself as a victim here, like, oh my God, we're being targeted by CPS. What did this guy see in the house that he wanted to actually interview the other children? What the fuck?
That is fucking insane. We agreed that he'll come back to our house and interview our 3- and 5-year-old children at a time when they're at home, so he doesn't need to humiliate them in front of his peers, his teachers, the staff there, and, you know, needlessly stigmatize them. My young 3- and 5-year-old children, who are sweet and innocent as can be, have not yet been interrogated by a CPS agent, but that is due to happen on Wednesday. He also spoke to our nanny, our housekeeper. He's called the pediatrician that takes care of.
This is pretty fucking serious. Like, this does not just happen based on nothing, Ethan. They do not take an investigation to this level because you're a poor little victim who got falsely attacked or something. If this was a false call based on nothing, at most you would have gotten a visit and the officer would have been like, oh fuck, yeah, this was nothing, see ya. What happened here? This is so much worse than you are trying to frame it as. This is, if anything, a warranted investigation, because clearly on the visit the guy saw enough that he believed that further investigation was necessary.
For the kids, he talked to them.
How are you, like, if that's the case, if a CPS officer came to your house and thought that what he saw was bad enough that further investigation was necessary, you aren't a fucking victim here. Something clearly needs to be done to get you to take better care of your kids in that case.
Pretty much sifted through every angle of our life having to do with our kids in an extremely violating, insulting, unbelievable way. Just a complete breach of privacy and inhumanity.
Oh, how are you possibly not understanding the broader implications of this?
That it's like you can't believe that you, as somebody who has done nothing wrong, has taken care of your kids, to be subject.
According to you, yeah, sure. According to you, you've done nothing wrong. Great. The evidence for this is what? Nothing. There's a lot more evidence that we should be suspicious than not.
To this forcible investigation because of some fucking freaks online called
No, this cannot happen because of some freaks online, okay? This is not like swatting. This can't happen. Investigation can't get to this level just because of some person online calling CPS and lying, especially after the CPS officer has already been there. They have clearly seen more than what he's letting on.
Anonymously, to say that our kids are crawling around in shit. The immediate question for me was, who did this and how am I going to hold them accountable? It didn't take me long to catch the trail of the obvious suspect, which is the work of a subreddit dedicated to harassing me, my family,
dedicated to harassing you. It's a subreddit that is dedicated to watching your podcast and, like, saying that they don't like it and stuff, criticizing it. It's not fucking harassment, dumbass.
Their families too, frankly, known as Snark. H3 Snark is the place that they originated. If you don't know what Snark is, it's this growing phenomenon of communities dedicated essentially to destroy someone's life, picking it apart, harassing.
Now, I don't know about I'm not up with the law or something, but I'm pretty sure this guy is the origin of, like, the original so-called Snark community, which was actually against Trisha Paytas, who I don't know anything about and I don't want to know anything about, who, as far as I know, is Gila's sister-in-law and his sister-in-law as well, I guess. And it got to the point with her where she was begging them to please do something about it, and they just told her, I don't care, you know, you deserve it. And now, like, something not even remotely that bad. Like, this is not harassment or anything. This is just people criticizing you, criticizing things that you openly share on your live stream, and you're trying to frame that as, like, harassment that you were a victim of. Here's what would be harassment. Harassment would be like post about how people should, like, find you in real life and, like, berate you or something. Harassment would be like people posting pictures of your house or something, or, like, sending you threatening DMs or something. Harassment is not saying, like, on a subreddit, Ethan Klein is a poo-poo head because he said this thing on his podcast. Harassment is not criticizing you for things that you said publicly on your show where you're a public figure. This is not harassment, dude. It's especially not harassment when it's people talking about you rather than to you. Big distinction there. Provided they aren't saying things that could get unwarranted action be taken against you by other parties, like doxing and stuff like that, it's totally warranted for them to critique you for shit that you say on the internet. You're a public figure. What the fuck do you expect? You go live on a podcast and you say, my kid contracted Giardia, and then you go on to say, when someone asks how you get it, oh, you get it from eating poop. When someone sees that and they're like, wait, his kid ate dog shit and got a parasite, you have no one to fucking blame for that but yourself. They're merely critiquing you for something that you said on your stream. So this entire narrative of harassment is fucking bullshit. If you are actually getting harassed by anyone within this community, you can't claim that it is like to blame on the entire community unless you have any proof that they actually spurred this person who's doing so, which you never fucking do, nor do you ever provide any proof of actual harassment. Just like people leaving mean comments or, you know, critiquing shit that you say. It's always that.
Them and just trying to ruin their life. It's something that's become quite common on the internet, and something that Reddit, who is the main host of such
They're not
activities,
trying to ruin your life. Come on, no one gives a shit
blind
about
eye
your
to.
life.
Take, for example, right here, H3H3_, which is the new snark page. The top post on this page is from somebody named Bad Empanada, which we'll learn more about.
Yes.
It says, Bad Empanada with another banger. Quote, you're the best parents I've ever seen. It said, house slave Abdullah Ayad.
Is this supposed to be like evidence of harassment?
After CPS visited them because their kids contracted parasites from dog feces.
That's literally, their kids contracted parasites from dog feces. Yeah, I showed a clip where you had said that. True.
Clients frequently advocate for genocide of Arabs, while Ayad sits obediently in silence. He is a pain.
All true.
This is just literally, anyone of a normal disposition. This is just literally how fucking insane this is. It has 400
Why is it insane?
3 hours.
Are you going to explain why it's insane? Okay, here's why it's not insane. For one, CPS was factually visited Ethan Klein because Ethan Klein factually said on his podcast that his kids had contracted a parasite from what he said was ingesting dog shit. This was factually said. Two, now I don't particularly care about American sensibilities regarding the term house slave because what house slave means is someone who is of an oppressed group yet who betrays other members of that group in order to maintain their own position within the social hierarchy. That is precisely what he does. 100% true. This guy sits there while Ethan Klein does Zionist propaganda and says nothing. He's paid by Ethan Klein to like praise him and talk about how awesome and cool he is. Here's what he said to Ethan Klein, like the most fucking gushing crap you'll ever see anyone see.
I know it doesn't need to be said, but you guys are truly the best parents I think I've ever seen. I know clearly this doesn't need to be said, but
listen, thank you.
Thank you.
Saying that.
So yeah, that's why I called him a house slave. Now, house slave is a term that is very much like capo. It is a term of modern relevance, very much modern relevance. And yeah, calling him a house slave or a capo is very accurate. Ethan Klein in the past has called Jews who support Palestine, he's called them capos. He said that Jewish Voice for Peace are capos. House slave is functionally the exact same term as capo. It's like a collaborator who betrays other people in their group in order to obtain personal benefit. In this case, he is paid by Ethan Klein to be a yes man in order to obtain personal benefit at the expense of other members of his group, Arabs. 100% true and warranted. So like, Ethan Klein cannot explain why it's wrong for me to say that. He just says any normal person will find this bad. Why? How? Explain. You cannot. Is that really the best example that you got of you being like harassed by this subreddit? Is that like me insulting one of your crew members for completely valid reasons? Here is a clip of Ethan Klein comparing Jewish Voice for Peace to capos.
There was Jewish collaborators with fucking Nazis.
Ethan, don't do that, please. Don't say that the Jews' Voice for Peace are akin to capos. Like that's.
I'm telling you that the mere existence of Jewish voices it's not a leg to stand on. I don't understand that. Of course there's going to be Jews.
But the most important component here...
It's like you're tokenizing a few Israelis. It seems silly.
Okay. So, Ethan Klein's like fake outrage at me calling this guy a collaborator is obviously performative bullshit. This guy is just such a slimy little snake, isn't he? One second he'll call Jews who are pro-Palestine capos, and next second he's waxing lyrical about being outraged about me calling this guy a house slave, which is functionally the exact same term. And I ended it calling him a tame domestic animal, which is what he fucking is. They have tamed this guy. They have house-trained A.B. Ayad better than they ever train their fucking dogs. This guy sits there obediently
blatantly doing whatever they want him to do for a paycheck. Whatever his own views are, I'm sure that they are not in line with Ethan Klein's, but he just sits there, takes home whatever they pay him the whole time, and says nothing as they do Zionist propaganda, as they invade his own country, Lebanon, as well, as Israel has invaded his own country, Lebanon. So yeah, there's nothing crazy or wild about that story. It's insulting for sure, but to call that like harassment or anything, like it's not fucking normal to insult people. You're allowed to insult people, Ethan. Calling them a collaborator is an opinion. Using terms like house slave or capo is an opinion, one that you yourself have expressed in the past. You obviously don't think it's wrong. It's so fucking hilarious that it's pretending that it is now.
The active sub of absolutely deranged individuals.
That's the deranged individual.
That the subreddit,
the most deranged thing ever.
Community is being legitimized by creators such as Hassan, such as Denim, such as Mike from PA, and all these leftist commentators who think they can get one up on me by sicking and participating and legitimizing the most crazed psychopaths on the internet.
What's the most crazy?
I bring this to YouTube because I respect the H3 snark, and
this guy's Adam McIntyre. Hila Klein just said that Adam McIntyre should be disappeared, which is a reference to the Israeli practice of disappearing Palestinians who are then never seen again and are presumed dead. Just want to note that. This is the person who Ethan is trying to claim is like targeting him and attacking him. Hila Klein literally said on their podcast that he should be disappeared, unironically. There's a clip for like all of this. Like, I don't understand how he just has to hide this shit from his viewers. Like, just watch. They say this shit on their podcast so brazenly.
Especially who's like on record being like, I respect snark.
Adam McIntyre needs to just like disappear. Piece of shit, like of the lowest order.
I mean, they should have bleeped this one out with the 30-second thing that they have that gets rid of stuff. I don't know why they didn't. So yeah.
Believe that they're being silenced. And I saw on the H3 snark that Ethan had uploaded Instagram stories about Mika's rhetoric. It says,
and it's about the H3 snark subreddit. For more than a year now, Ethan has been talking about it and saying how toxic this place is, how they promote harassment, doxing, stalking, and why it should be banned.
I believe these snark subreddits on Reddit should be banned. It's literally fostering the most psychopathic. It encourages harassment, doxing, stalking. It's just...
He doesn't provide evidence for it, obviously. Dude, the reason why he's doing this is because this is all your paranoid delusions. None of what you say about this subreddit is actually happening. It's people criticizing you. It's people who don't like your content, who think you're stupid, criticizing you, which they are perfectly within their right to do. This happens to every creator, more or less. What do you fucking expect? That you were just going to be able to do like Zionist propaganda fucking day in, day out, week in, week out with no pushback from anyone. You claim that it's like doxing, you claim that it's like harassment, and you show no evidence of this. At best, what you have are like individuals.
It's fine as long as not.
At best, what you can point to is like a couple of individuals who have harassed you. You can't actually point to the subreddits doing so.
The deputy subreddit.
I think it's time to hold all of them accountable. Here, for example, is Den's, aka Hassan Waiting Room, watching Bad Empanada talk about the state of our house and how we take care of our kids. Let's take a look.
He lets his dogs shit all over his mansion, and he just leaves the shit on the floor, something that is probably related to the fact that his former housekeeper is suing him for a number of different reasons.
Yeah. So everything said here is true.
So he doesn't actually have a housekeeper anymore.
I mean, we already played the clip showing this.
He lost his extra housekeeper. So now the house is just like covered in dog shit. And he has kids, and his kids like crawl into the dog shit, and God forbid, I don't know what they do with it.
He himself said that his kid is crawling everywhere and putting everything in his or her mouth. How do you possibly play this after you said that on your podcast, acting like what I'm saying isn't true?
If they eat it, or if it's just from like contact with it with their hands or something. But they contracted a parasite that I had previously never heard of in my life called Giardia from the dog shit that is all over his house.
Dude, how is it that like maybe once a week I look into what Ethan Klein's been up to, and every time
how is this wrong? How is this bad? It's just fundamentally true.
More and more terrible shit.
And he just plays shit for his dumb fuck audience that they won't question at all.
This is where Ethan tells a story about his family getting Giardia.
We already have Mold Mondays. Now we have Shit Saturdays.
Also, this is not a joking matter, by the way. It can be very severe.
I love how he left the fucking Peter Griffin voice line in. That's awesome.
I mean, much like many other illnesses, it's very, very, very dangerous when infants get the same sicknesses that adults get. There are lots of things that you can get as an adult. You're totally fine. You'll be A-okay. No problem. A child, a small infant that has no immune system, shouldn't be catching anything.
Now, at this point, as he continues, notice the chat is almost in complete universal agreement. Call CPS. Call child endangerment. CPS, social services, bro.
Who fucking cares? It doesn't matter what the chat did, if any of them did it. It does not matter, because quite clearly, one, what you said yourself on your stream warranted a visit from CPS. Two, what the CPS officer saw in your house warrants a further investigation because he's continuing his investigation. So, yeah, you're blaming these people, like, Did they call CPS? This is not proof of calling fucking CPS, obviously. Just like it's not fucking proof of anything when people in your community say, oh, you need to call the cops on Bad Empanada. Like, they do this all the time. Ethan Klein has at multiple times implied that, like, I am wanted in multiple countries. For what? We don't know. But his fucking fans are constantly like, Bad Empanada needs to be arrested. Bad Empanada needs to be committed to a mental institution, all this sort of thing. And I guarantee you they have called the cops and stuff like that. They have trying their best to make something happen. But nothing's happened, obviously, because there's no fucking basis for it. Do you know why Ethan Klein got a visit from CPS? Because there is an actual basis for it. Random people making bullshit calls is rarely considered some sort of real basis for any real action by like any government fucking agency. The one exception is like swatting attempts of active shooters. In America, that tends to work the most. But this is not that at all, obviously. So spare us the victim narrative. If CPS was called, it was warranted. And clearly the CPS themselves consider an investigation to be warranted, given that they have not stopped. The self-victimization. How about instead of self-victimization, use some interest.
Hello.
Yellow.
Yellow.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Snug. Rug. Anyway, sorry. Apologize for what you doing?
Doing all right. Just yeah, what was happening today? Well, went to the gym, did some shopping, walked the dog. I'm still now I'm moving on to gun sales, the long guns. So now I'm moving. I got some boxes that'll fit a rifle, so I could ship them because that's you can't just put it in, you know, a bag.
Right, yeah.
So I'd order some tall, narrow boxes, and those came today. So I posted one of the guns. It was actually kind of a cool little well, not little, but it was a commemorative rifle that Winchester put out. I had to do a little research because I wanted to know what I'm selling and approximately like what the value is if I can find out, you know. And they put out a gun. I guess they had this popular rifle in 1866 called the Yellow Boy. And so
that sounds
in
racist.
1960, it sure does.
Sorry, go ahead.
I know, right? So in 1966, 100 years later, they wanted to commemorate their Yellow Boy gun by putting out an updated commemorative version of that gun, and that's what Claude had. I don't know if it was originally owned by his brother, passed away, and Claude may have got his guns and that one. Claude bought, I have no idea, but it's in great shape. It's like, it looks pretty much like hardly used. It's got gold plates, like on the kind of like where the hammer is and the trigger right above it. I forgot what they call that, but it's like gold plated. It's really fucking nice. So yeah, I'm sitting there like doing all this research, and I'm like, should I keep this? You know, because it's like, it's kind of cool. Like, it's that old, you know. I mean, it's not like, you know, ancient, but it's older than I am. That's pretty old, so I'm gonna sell it. But it took me a little while to like be like, oh, I gotta just sell this.
It's kind of like, if you keep it, what are you gonna do with it? I mean, you're gonna hang it on the fucking wall. You're gonna go shoot it.
Exactly.
You know, if you're just gonna like keep it and throw it in a closet, you might as well just.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm gonna sell it, and I did. Well, not yet. I posted it.
I guess.
Yeah. So, but it takes. Go ahead.
No. It takes what?
What? Oh, it just takes a while to photograph. That's all.
I don't know. I got my. Oh, I was gonna say I got my dad's old shotguns. I don't know if they're worth anything at all, but I might like hit you up for a gun selling contact or something if I ever wanted to sell those.
Yeah. Well, I know the process now. Yeah, I mean, it's super easy if you go to webuyguns.com.
Webuyguns.com.
You just need Yeah, that's it. They're in Indiana. So like you basically you take pictures of the gun, like the left, the right, top, bottom, and then you have to upload the pictures and you have to describe what the gun is, give them the serial number online, and then what else? That's it. I guess you elect to have them send you a shipping label if you accept their bid. And then if they, bid and you like the price, you say yes, then they automatically give you a shipping label to print out. You print it out, stick it on the box, put the gun in the box, take the gun to FedEx. Once they get the gun, they obviously evaluate it, and then they cut you a check. And that's all legal. It's not, because they're a gun dealer, you're not selling it to Joe Blow on the corner.
Right.
So it's like you're selling to a dealer, and that's totally legal. Like you could also take your gun to a gun shop.
I was just gonna say that.
But
or maybe a gun
generally
show.
You're not going to get. Well, yeah. Well, I don't know how it works at the gun shows. Obviously, yeah, that's a way to do it. But that's another thing where I think you need to involve these guys called the Federal Firearms Licensors or something, and they're the only ones they're like a go-between between two, like a buyer and a seller. So they're making sure that the buyer is, got a FOI card, and they also they do a background check on them. So you're just not selling it to some, hoodlum who's gonna go commit a crime with it. But I'm not into all that. There's another website you can do it that way, but it sounds like a total pain in the ass.
Yeah, sure does.
Anyway.
Man, I don't know.
We buy guns is easy.
Buying guns is easy, especially in America. God damn, in America, guns flow like wine.
Yeah.
And pretty much in the rest of the world, except for maybe Canada or Yemen, it's a lot harder to get a gun.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, all I have to do here is go to Cabela's. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to go. I think I'm ready to go.
Let's just jump right into it. Let's go crazy. Did we play DMZ last week?
Yeah, we did. It seems like it's been a while, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels like it was longer. But we'll give it a shot.
We gotta get this guy, man. I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know, man. I don't know. We can keep trying. Do you have any interest at all in playing Warzone when it's back this month?
Maybe.
Maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I'd go in once in a while.
It's like, I'm done with the camo grind. I don't know where you're sitting with it. But, I'm like, I am looking to jump into something else. But, like, it's gonna be, it just, I don't know. The new DMZ is coming out, too.
When is that coming out?
27.
Oh, that's
well, we got
even on
actually no,
radar,
next year. It should be 20. Well, then actually it'll be next year. It's 2026.
Breaking up.
I'm sorry, October 2026. Get that?
Doom and Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, when are you playing the? Oh, there's so many games coming out.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
I love that kind of shit, though, man. It's like, it's good to be in those like times. Whenever a Doom game is out, it's coming out. I'm in a good place. I have pre-logs with
Exploring, looting, and securing intel will open access to missions and targets. Expect resistance from local forces and watch for other operators in the AO.
Oh, there's voices. Here, duck down.
We got.
Let's see.
Where is this? Is that at the what building is it?
He's at the post office. He's at the post office. Let's find. Yeah, let's find a shop.
I got voices. I got voices.
All right, let's go to the shop first.
Okay, I'm on it. Well, voices to the left. Hopefully they don't see us.
Okay. Oop, guys right here.
Oh boy.
You want to just keep going?
If we can avoid them. Oh shit, never mind.
I'm going up the hill. Don't fight him. Just
Okay,
run.
I'm
Just
coming
run.
behind you. I'm sorry. I said two of them.
Yeah, this is kind of needless. Fuck. Fuck,
Oh
fuck,
god,
fuck,
well, they're in
Who's this?
coming up. Oh shit, they're in front of us too. Alright. So, well, somebody's got a rocket launcher.
We gotta fight. We gotta fight.
I'm pissed. I can self-revive if you're in fight.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Let's go.
I'm getting fucked.
Alright, let's go. I'm with you. Oh god damn it.
Taking effective fire.
You alright? I'm in
I'm
this
good.
hut
Good,
here
I'm
for a
murdering.
second.
Stealing this RPG.
Oh my
Ultra
god.
One,
it's
activity
nuts.
has increased in the area. Keep your eyes
I'm
open.
gonna start hitting people with this rocket launcher. Fucking point blank. God damn it. Shit.
Wow.
Here, I'm gonna
Fucking
kill his
assholes.
ass. Oh, I just boomed him. Little. A UAV activated?
Huh?
Activating UAV.
Oh, activated.
Oh shit. Who's shooting us? Come on, UAV. Up here. Oh, yeah, I got played up. Oh shit, they're on me. Yeah, I'm backing up. I got it played up.
Bitch.
You got him?
You alright? Yeah, I got him. Christ.
Actually, that rocket launcher.
Alright. What were we doing? Going to a
We're heading to the
fucking
shop.
Good lord.
So we are picking up some plates on the way, but we
Yeah, I only got one plate.
got here. Let me
No, we'll be fine. I just.
Well, I don't know if we will. We got 100 meters. Here, are you? You? Got some.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I didn't realize you were way up here.
Are you above me?
Ultra One, be advised, an operator in your area needs medical.
Are you below me?
Oh. I'm pretty high.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like, okay, I see you now.
must
I see
say,
you now.
well,
I'm right below you at the bottom of this little ledge here.
Oh shit! I'm getting fucking shot at.
All right, I can't help you. I'm down here.
Here, I'm going down to the shop.
Cool, yeah, there you go. You don't think who was shooting at you saw you come this way? Oh my goodness, okay. 2 down.
Taking effective fire.
Grabbing their shit, there's a third. Dead. We got another.
Enemy.
Dead. I got 5 plates actually.
Alright.
4 in my shit. Need plates?
Here. No, I just got some here.
Oh, no, I'm good. I was gonna say if you need some. I think I can.
No, I just bought a whole bunch.
You bought a bunch? What? I didn't even know you were at
there's
the
a shop
shop,
right here.
bro. I was fighting.
We're at the shop.
Shit.
Yeah, I just did it real quick.
Wow. Okay. Let's try to get this guy.
Yeah.
Mark? Wait, where? Okay.
It's the post office. It's already marked. Yeah.
Oh,
All right. It's an envelope.
Oh,
Shit, let's go this
okay.
way.
Oh shit. Oh, there's an exfiller over here.
Moving here.
Yeah, I see it.
Opposite direction. So I'm behind this, but I'm moving up. Make it to the post office, man.
Maybe we can get some. Oh shit. What's that?
Right here. Down. Right next to him. With you. Third, fourth. God damn it. Yeah, I think I can use on me, but I'm. Oh shit, you okay?
There's a whole bunch of guys.
Oh
over
god,
here.
okay, I'll come to you. I gotta put it up. Shit.
Here, I'm just gonna go down. Let's see. We don't have to fight those guys. Let's just go. Let's just go. Let's jump.
Yep, parachuting.
Fly.
This is nice. I'm holding up.
Yeah,
I can try to go as far as possible.
Enemy threat is moderate near your location.
Probably gonna land in the water, but try to make it across. And like facing to the sky, hoping that I get to as far as possible. Sweet.
Yeah, me too.
Still spotted a heavily armored target with a weapons case. Their location is marked on your TAC map.
Okay.
You have execute authority if you so choose.
Try to get this and move the nasty swamps. Alright, I'm on your 6.
Okay. Alright, I'll follow you.
Minis.
Visual of an enemy fight.
Keep running.
I took,
Keep running. Guys behind us too.
Yeah, I'm on. Shit. I gotta get covered. I'm plating up.
Get behind the building.
Shit. Okay, running.
Ultra One, enemy threat is moderate in the AO.
Alright, so what do we have to do here? Do we have to jump onto this building?
The warlord Al-Nar, codename Pyro,
nearby.
is active in your
What
area.
building was the
He's
one
got
that
a
we...
bounty on his head if you
Oh, wait, no,
want
that
it.
was Embassy, right? When we jumped from the building?
Oh, that's right. That's Embassy. That's
All right,
right.
is
Yeah,
there
this
a-
one we could just... Yeah, there's a way up on the scaffolding over here. Yeah. This here. Guy's dead.
You've entered a denied area. Stay sharp.
Wonder if this crap, like shooting him through the window
This
business
is, yeah,
like
this is the exact spot
a
to
thing
try
of the
shooting.
past. I think so, but it's like I know you can't even see him through this fucking window, so I don't know if that's like a thing they changed. Maybe there's no fucking way. Wait, oh wait, look here. What's this?
I think he's gonna be over on the... Seems like
The other side.
Well, it seems like that the case is over on this side.
Oh right, okay. Maybe if I get on, no.
Let me
See, I
get on the
can't see
roof,
through
see
the
this
window though.
I hear the pyro.
Yeah, I hear
Ultra
him.
One actual. Enemy UAV is in the airspace.
Come and get us. Wait, yeah. You're gonna need to
Come on,
keep damn sure.
Pyro.
God damn it, bro.
Yeah. Last time we, I had the fucking key, I got killed with it, so he is... Wait, can I see him through here?
Where,
oh, wait, no, that's the wrong side again. No. What if we get on that roof and try to shoot through the window across the way? Is that possible?
I think so. That does look like a stronghold. But there, yeah, there's a...
I have a sniper.
Got the pyro on the map. Looks like pyro is like pretty much like right below us. Maybe he's in this building. Maybe this is just one building. And it looks like that the case is actually moving towards us. But I think he's right below us. Is there any way in?
Ultra One, that's a denied area. Enemy presence will be high.
Fuck. That damn fucking key. Yeah,
That's good. They might come out.
Yeah.
Let's hope they come out. Yeah, let's hope. I'll take it.
So pyro, there is a chance that pyro may come out.
Well,
stay on this side. I'm gonna jump on the other side. You stay on that side.
All right.
Then maybe we can. Maybe that'll get them out. I don't know. Are you shooting or taking shots?
I'm shooting at the window just to try to lure them out.
I'm just like looking anywhere for like kind of way in. Wait, what's this? It's like a little door here. God damn it, buddy. It's not. I am out of ammo. I'm gonna drop a munitions box I'm standing right now.
I'm shooting at this helicopter. Maybe that's a dumb idea. Now it's coming our way.
Requesting medical.
I see him.
Yeah, that's players, I think.
No, this is. I've got a launcher. Oh shit! No! Dude, are you dead? Those are players.
Yeah, they are.
No. Players in a chopper, bro.
Please for help.
Okay. Okay. This is the strat we need to do. Okay. I'm gonna look through my keys. I don't think we're all right. We need to find all the places that Pyro can show up at and collect those keys. Like, I think that this is. I mean, unless you actually think that like
this isn't working.
It doesn't seem like it is. Like I don't like what we get. How are we supposed to get him out?
We don't see him. Yeah.
Like we get there, we're around there, and like it seems like our only option is to get a key to that building to go in there and to just assault and hopefully just go on a murder spree. Like we should just like get.
Yeah.
We need to get. I don't think we can do this short. I don't think we can shortcut this shit.
Yeah, I don't know why the YouTube videos all show shooting him through these windows because it hasn't worked at all.
I've seen one of those too, and maybe it is, maybe it does work, but maybe it's an issue with two players because I've only seen it with solo.
Oh, that's true.
You know,
I didn't think of that.
I don't know if that complicates anything or keeps them from coming out. Or
You know what? Nope. Because I've been in by myself and I've gotten on top of the post office and tried to look through the window and I didn't see anything. Of course, I don't know if the weapons case was there when I did that, to be honest.
I mean, we need embassy keys. We need post office keys. Like we should it just sucks because what basically what that would take is like maining DMZ again, going in every night, booting up, trying to find keys. To find what we need, and then preparing for match, like going in and like if we have these keys but he's not there, get out ASAP, like leave immediately so we don't lose the keys, you know. But we should be prepared and like go in with a plan, and if the plan's not tenable, get out so we don't lose the shit. Does that make sense? But we need embassy keys. We need post office keys. That seems to be like at least the easiest places both to like identify, and like to just we can know right away whether or not he's there, like we did this match. And if we had a post office key this match, we would go in. But we shouldn't. But we shouldn't go in with like without like good vests, without like plenty of ammo. I mean, armor.
Yeah.
You know, maybe even some Semtex. Maybe bringing in a thermal and a Semtex maybe be effective on Pyro when we face him. But yeah, I don't think we can do this easy. We didn't kill the chemist easily, you know.
Yeah. Do you want to go in and just do a supply run to get vests or whatever? So you got killed too, or what happened to you? Because I'm still just sitting here.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
By the players?
You're still sitting there?
Yeah,
I'm so sorry. Yeah, I was
kept on coming back to me.
I was killed right after you were killed. Man.
Damn. Jesus.
All right, let me see. Definitely effective. I'm taking out my frag. I'm gonna bring out thermite. I feel like the thermite is the best boss. I didn't bring any money in that time, but I can bring money in this time.
Don't bring money. Don't bring money.
We're just going for a run.
No, I'm
actually,
don't bring
don't bring any money. just go in and get some. Let's just go in and loot and shit and get the fuck out. See if we find some keys. Let's go in with. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I already put money in my.
Easy get out if you want, but I'm just saying, like, you don't want to. If you don't want to lose it, we just want to gain and go. I say gain and go.
All right. Okay, I just got rid of it.
Let's get prepared. Vacation, man. I don't know when I should. I need some time off, man. I need to get
some banked.
What's that?
You got some time banked?
I got some time, yeah, but I just need.
Yeah, right.
But I'm waiting to hear from the building manager when I can start moving into place. I like do my taxes. There's an H&R Block like just down the block from. Let's go there and make it.
I had to renew my pass. Have my photograph taken, and then I was filling out the form online. You know, you have to upload the picture that Walgreens took of you, right? I still got you.
Yeah, you got
so, yeah, so something was wrong with the size of it, I think. It was like, I couldn't get it. I think there was a size issue where I needed to, like, crop it or something, and I'm like, fuck, I'll just take a screenshot of the picture that's on my desktop. So I did that, and I uploaded the screenshot. After I send it all through, I read the thing a little closer. It's like, we cannot accept screenshotted pictures of yourself, whatever. So now I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna get. Let's see, where do you want to go? There's a couple exfils nearby.
Let's you want to go loot the port, have feed port, and then grab this exfil, which probably be a pretty easy exfil.
Extract point marked.
But there's a shop here we can.
Buy station marked.
Too. But this little area might have some loot. I say we check it out.
All right. So anyway, I upload the screenshot, then I read that you're not supposed to do that. So I'm like, oh great, so it's gonna get rejected. And I was waiting for that to happen, and today in the mail I got some kind of letter from the government. Ooh, there's a whole bunch of guys right here.
Let's steal it though. I know shit. Round 3. Didn't like touch. They didn't touch me. So they didn't touch you either. Take this. You want to take this guy?
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
Taking effective fire.
Bye-bye.
Anyway, I got lucky and they accepted the screenshotted picture because I got my passport in the mail today.
Oh, excellent.
Sweet. Yeah,
excellent.
Sometimes things work out. Doesn't happen often.
We get across over here. Right track. Yeah, I think. All right, let's. Oh, hey. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! I'm getting out. Oh, their armor. God damn it! Get cover. Get cover. You can. You can. Get armor up. You okay? Shit. Come on.
Taking effective fire.
Who the fuck is this? Shit.
Well, where are you? Where are you? Shit, shit.
I gotta get cover.
Yeah, okay. Fuck. These are all bots. These are all bots. Shit, you alright? You taking shots?
Yeah, I'm behind cover here.
I don't see him. Right. Oh shit!
Who's this guy?
Oh, what?
I can't see.
Is that you
where
shooting?
He is. No.
Oh, up here on top. I'm going up here. Where?
Is that a player, possibly?
It might be. So I'm looking for. On here?
Enemy fight.
Down. Who's?
Well, now
who
a
grabbed that
helicopter
car? Is that our
landing?
car? Yeah, that was our car. Someone just took our car. Which is fine. When those are those are bots. I just thermaled out there. Oh, these guys are screwed. Once we murder all these dudes, I say we just take all their shit. We're gonna be dropping plates in there. Down. Excuse me. Where? Oh, I hear another. I'm gonna jump down. See these guys. Oh shit! Behind me.
Taking fire.
Dead. I am out of ammo. Jump in a box.
Bots. One of these bots climbed up the ladder to try to get me. It's creepy.
One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Really? More?
Let them go. I'm gonna murder all of them, take their shit too. I've got no money. What the hell is that about? 3 down. More? Only 3?
Ooh, there's a bunch of lockers here.
Oh. Right. Oh, I'm under attack. I'm under fire. I'm taking cover.
Okay, coming out.
Shit. Up, I'm hurt. Should stem. Oh, too late. Alright.
Ultra One, activity.
Bots over here. 2 down. Oh shit, guy on my left. Where are you? Where are you? Oh shit, 2 guys. Oh, I'm down. Oh my god, right now. Oh wait.
Here,
Get behind this wall. Get behind this wall.
Where?
Don't worry, mate. We're not done yet.
There. Is this a shop? Yeah, well, we're heading to a shop, actually. Surprised there's so many bots and not just players. Is that who's in that truck? Our player?
I need mid-cal rounds.
Oh shit.
Here, yeah, I have armor.
I need, it's ammo I need.
Ammo.
Oh, the guy's dead. This guy on the roof just came down. Shit, dude. Inexhaustible well of enemies. Enemies that are armored all the hell. Oh, no, I got ran over a player. As a player, he ran me the fuck over. He's honking. Oh, did he get you too?
I'm self-reviving, but oh shit.
Oh, kill him, kill him. Yeah. Awesome. Fuck you, bitch.
Where are you?
I'm right in front of you.
All right.
Woo. Nice job. He dropped a vest too. See what he's got. Oh my god.
Well,
thank you, sir. Oh no shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Is that friend on the roof? On the roof right to your left. Get behind the truck.
Down.
Woo. Goddamn. Where's this guy? Oh, right there. Oh shit.
Taking fire.
Yeah, that is definitely a player. I'm plating. Oh shit, he downed me. All right, god damn it. I can self-revive. Yeah, take cover.
No.
Okay. Oh, be careful. Oh my god. I'm trying to keep my eyes open. Oh my god. All right, more plates. He's on the. Okay, where are we gonna go? Let's. Actually, all right.
We gotta take this guy out.
I'm trying to get into this guy's backpack. Alright, he's got money, anti-armor rounds. Okay. I'm dropping. Wait, where the fuck is that? Oh shit! God damn it! Getting hit. I think he might be pushing us. Oh, he's pushing. I'm down. Oh shit, he's on. Oh, behind us, behind us. Oh, right. He's like down the street with a sniper. Down the street with a sniper.
Are you dead?
I'm. He finished me.
Reinforcements incoming.
If you have self revive.
I just did.
All right, get cover, man. If
I'm inside.
Do you remember where that building's at? He's just sitting on that thing, man. If you want to challenge him, but that's up to you. But I feel like if you try to run away, he's just gonna pick you. You should play it up. You got a 3-plate vest, dude? Play it up. Where'd you get that 3-plate from?
That player that died.
Shoot, very nice.
I think he's coming.
Oh shit! Nice! Get fucked, bitch! Eat a pile of dicks! Oh, please come revive me. So I can. Okay, yeah. I need one of those vests. Awesome. Good job. God damn, bro. Fuck yeah. I think I should have stuck to sniping.
Yeah. I wonder how he found me so fast.
Oh. All right. I'm gonna go try to find that dude's vest.
Let's exfil. Like, I'll give you the 3-plate vest.
Yeah, you got the extra vest on you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
when you
cool,
drop
sweet.
it.
Sir.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
exfil if we can.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, there's we still got the one
3-plate
mark. That's
vest is
closest
gold.
one.
All right.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
You want me to drop some anti-armor rounds?
Yeah, if you got them, that'd be cool. Actually, yeah.
Load an AP round.
Oh, you know what? Shit. Wait, hold on.
Oh wait, no, it's something just that's not field upgrade.
No,
Is
that's just for me. Yeah, it's just. I
okay,
can't share
I'm
the
running
inventory.
Vasnef at 9K. Hopefully, we don't get too much trouble because I am out of ammo for the 1G. Oh shit! Oh god damn it! You want to run across the bridge, or do we want to cross?
Swim, maybe.
To swim it?
Swim. Yeah, we could probably get a ladder down there.
That'd be nice. Hopefully there's some kind of cover. Because we might not see anybody, but oh yeah, there's total ladders. Well, I can call the exfil from here.
Ultra One, extraction is inbound at this time.
Maybe
All Ultra, Dino 4's inbound for extraction. Be with you soon.
Okay, I'm looking. Oh, there's something going on over there. I'm not sure if that's gonna be trouble for us or not. Might not be. It looks like there might be going over other players. I'm trying to keep an overwatch. I'm still a little vulnerable, but it doesn't seem terrible.
Ultra One, Dino 4. We're approaching the LZ. Get it secure.
We're doing our best. I'm gonna watch the bridge, make sure no one's pushing us. Is that? Oh, that's us. Oh, I heard a chopper. I'm like, that's not an enemy chopper, is it? That's our exfil. Let's go. I think we're in the clear, man. I still got eyes on the bridge. No one's gonna get us besides from here.
Nice.
Beautiful.
For 3-plate vest. Just the way they.
Gorgeous.
Ultra One, you've got hostile reinforcements incoming.
Oh my god, I almost jumped out of
Oh
the
my, I'm gonna jump.
I almost fell out.
That would have been pretty hilarious.
Oh god.
You could have just, you would have had a parachute right back to the same spot.
Yeah.
Thank goodness you didn't.
Well, hey, at least we got the
three-play
three
vest?
platers and killed a couple players in the
I'm talking
process.
about,
It's
dude.
always
Dude,
satisfying.
that was a great kill, man. I hate when you try to push it. Mistake. You should have just kept laying on his little belly. That's what it's.
Yeah, I heard him coming, and I was just like, oh, let's wait here.
Awesome.
Boom,
Great,
boom, boom.
Great moves. Good work. Been watching. I like what you do.
Right.
Excellent. All right. Well,
so we'll have to go on some key runs on our own or something. And
if we get time, man. I mean, I'm thinking about moving over to Warzone just because I can still level up. Because the only thing I have to do now, since I'm done with the camo grind, is reach level 1,000. That's like all I got. Or if I want to do like challenges, cards and shit. But I can still do that. And actually, there's a whole different camo grind in Warzone. I don't know.
whatever you feel like. I'm
Well,
just,
no, I mean, I want to play what you want to play too. I don't want to. But anywho, we'll figure it out.
All right.
Excellent stuff.
Sounds good.
All right, good games.
Good games. I'm gonna have to go do my daily challenges now. So.
All right, sounds good.
More work lies ahead. All right.
Cool.
I'll talk to you tomorrow if you'll be around.
I will be around. You know this.
Okay.
All right.
Talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Inspection and ask yourself, why does CPS think that more investigation is warranted?
Yes, that's child endangerment. Okay, if his kids have Giardia, they need to be taken away. Actual worst father ever, etc., etc. I'll let the chat play for you, but you can see just how crazed this community is. And once again, this is Denim's chat from the first. The call came on.
Oh, boo fucking who, the self-victimization. Your community does this to everyone else. So much worse. None of this is evidence of fucking anything, and you obviously know it. Please try to fucking sue her for this. Where's it gonna go? Nowhere. Nowhere. It's not illegal to tip CPS off about something.
The third.
No wonder his house is covered in dog shit, and his neglected children raised by nannies have contracted parasites previously unknown to science from the feces. I wonder why he skipped over all of this, because everything that he said, everything that I said in this story, which by the way... Notice how he never... This is what Ethan Klein always does. He always ignores the actual content of what he is responding to pick out a few things and try to frame his enemies as like crazed psychopath killers. He does this with me every time. He never actually responds to the substance. Instead, he like picks out like a couple of things where I say things that are completely warranted, but that are like personal attacks on him. And he ignores the substance, which is me talking about the actual issues and refuting him on that. Every fucking time, he's just like, can you believe this guy said that my kids crawl around in dog shit, something that I implied myself on my podcast? And he ignores like the 50 minutes of the rest of the video where I debunked his bullshit. Every time it's the same. Compiled by his crew.
No wonder this motherfucker's always sick. Yeah, it all makes sense now.
By the way, these people can't keep their talking points straight. On one hand, it's we don't raise our kids and our house is just run by nannies and housekeepers. But on the other hand, we also keep our house so dirty that there's dog shit everywhere. I mean, what are the housekeepers and nannies doing?
It all makes
so the housekeeper, as has been reported in multiple places, the housekeeper filed a lawsuit against you a month ago, alleging that she was fired 2 days after she asked for some time off to get and recover from hernia surgery. So that's where the housekeeper has gone. That's what's happened here. The question is very easily answered. That's at least we suspect the housekeeper is gone, given the lawsuit.
That's why he doesn't care about Palestinian children when he is neglecting his own. How is this happening? How is it happening? How is this happening?
I have a 10-month-old, a 5-year-old, and a 3-year-old who are in school. Of course, I'm sick all the time. Once again, these childless people pretend that this is uncommon when, of course, anybody with any sense who's being honest. The thing is, these people are knowingly lying. They know that they're lying.
Who's knowingly lying? Who? Which specific claim is a lie?
It makes no sense what they're saying, but they do it anyway. Because, as you can see in the chat, and Denim's endorses this clearly, as you can see, she's not moderating this at all. And it's pretty much 100% of the comments saying call CPS on them. Their kids should be taken away. That she believes that it's justified to break up our family. This disgusting fucking human being.
She never said anything like that. herself, obviously. If you could hold people accountable for what their chat says or what their subreddit say, you'd be in fucking jail, Ethan. Your fans have threatened my family. Your fans have fucking tracked down the minor sisters of people you've harassed on your stream. They've tracked them down. They've tracked down their place where they go to school. They've threatened them. They've said they're going to kill them and their parents. So, cry me a fucking river. Her chat, like, saying, oh, we're going to call CPS. Oh, someone should call CPS, is not even remotely like that. In fact, a CPS call is warranted.
By Hassan and the entire left community on Twitch, who is protected and elevated by Twitch, is on her platform right now advocating for our children to be forcibly removed from us by Child Protective.
If your children are taken away after a CPS investigation, then clearly it would be warranted, Ethan, because you are not telling us what they found.
Services. Denim is such an evil...
And for one, why, I have to ask, why the fuck would CPS take kids away after this? Wouldn't CPS simply tell you, hey, you need to be cleaner. You need to clean up the house. You need to take better care of your kids. I don't think they would immediately go to taking them away anyway. Like, going to that immediately, it's just hysteria. It's like people talk about how terrified they are of filing their taxes wrong. And this is a great analogy because it's about as consequential as that. What happens when you file your taxes wrong is you get a notice saying, hey, you owe us money, send us the money, please. And then you pay the money and everything's fine. Dude, this is nowhere near as like apocalyptic as he's framing it. He's trying to make it out like he got swatted or something like that. It's not like that at all. If there's an investigation going by CPS, clearly they saw something that warrants the investigation. And the most likely outcome of this, if they do find that there is enough wrong to take action, is that they would tell them, clean up your house better. We're going to come back in a month and see how things are going. That's it. They're not going to just take your fucking kids away. Like, give us a fucking break. When they take the kids away, if it's like literal, like fucking child abuse, like physical abuse and stuff like that, not this.
Person, she is not responsible enough to have a platform. She should not be allowed to broadcast videos.
You're kidding me. Let's show you Ethan Klein on his fucking podcast just bringing up the Instagram of people's mothers and ordering his fans to go and attack them. And this person shouldn't, for watching a video which accurately described what you said on your own podcast, she should not have a platform. Give me a fucking break, Ethan. Give us a break. So this is Ethan Klein intentionally doxing a random guy who commented a negative thing on Healing Klein's Instagram.
Glad that phase, he said, I'm glad that phase is behind me. Enjoy hell, Joe Coop said. Let's start David.
He's like, this is his name. This is where he lives. This is his parents. Take a look, everyone.
Here he is, if anyone, let's see if I know, can identify him at all.
The people saying,
let's see if I can identify him at all.
I need to let go of the whole Ethan Klein thing. Fuck you. This was sent to my sister today. She's 16 years old. These have not stopped. They haven't slowed down. This is the type of shit my family receives every single day. So shout out to Ethan Klein that my mom, who is an art teacher at an impoverished public school, has to deal with this shit. You are truly the morally superior YouTuber.
So who should not have a platform? Guy who incites his audience to attack random Instagram commenters for calling Healer Klein a Nazi, who gets their family and their minor sisters harassed by their fan base, or people who said in a chat, CPS should be called because of what Ethan Klein himself said about what happened to his kids on his own podcast. Something that is legitimately warranted if it's true, which again, is it true? Well, I would say given that Ethan Klein himself said on his podcast, it might be. But one of these things is clearly warranted. The other thing is someone being actually irresponsible with that platform.
Ever again. Now you might wonder, what is it they're referring to? On the podcast, I was telling a story about we adopted a new dog about a month ago, and she was having diarrhea, which ended up being a extremely common stomach parasite that causes diarrhea. It's extremely common, and it's very easy to address. In fact, Ducky, our Yorkie, when we got him as a puppy, also had Giardia, and we treated him the same way. Let's see what I said about it. Olive has Giardia, which is it's a bacterial infection in the intestines that makes you have diarrhea.
And Olive has this?
Olive has this, yeah. She came to us with it.
Okay.
She had diarrhea, and
oh, poor baby.
Ducky came to us with that too. So she has Giardia, so we have her on an antibiotic, but we had to wait until Monday, which is today. We just got it today. Sonny's crawling around. He's putting everything in his mouth. He's at that age. He has Giardia. Again, any reasonable person or parent
So again, he edited out the next part, which was Healer has Giardia. Let's watch what he edited out. We're going to watch the part that he left out of the video where he specifically says that he believes that this is contracted from eating shit and that he and his wife also have it, which is what CPS would have seen if they thought that a visit was warranted. This is what he's leaving out to manipulate his dumb audience. Leave out the part where the whole family was getting it.
That age, he has Giardia.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
And now Ela has Giardia.
shut. For real?
And now I think this morning I had diarrhea.
Oh my God.
What can I do to not get it from you?
I'm trying to, because I'm not trying to get it.
No, crank the AC maybe?
Is it?
It's extremely ridiculous to get. You have to ingest my poop.
I wonder why people think that Ethan Klein, his whole family, got Giardia from eating dog poop. Is it because he said it himself on his fucking podcast? Yes, it is. He's smiling while he says this, by the way. I mean, dude, there's something weird here. There's some weird, like, scat thing going on here. Oof. I'll keep playing that clip for just to outline how much he's lying here.
Understands that having a 10-month-old that is just learning to crawl, is crawling around everywhere, putting everything in his mouth. I mean, these kids will literally just lick the floor, put anything in the world in their mouth, and that's completely normal. That's what having a toddler is like. Olive is a black Labrador. She sheds a lot.
That's not what you said, though. You said you have to eat poop.
She's inside, she's outside, she's very clean, but the point I'm making, again, which all reasonable people understand, is that
I don't believe that she's clean at all.
Giardia can actually be spread just from a surface. So if her bum ends up on the floor, or she sheds some hair, or she sat on...
Notice how the narrative has completely changed from what he initially said, which was what I and others were actually responding to. Like, the only way that what we thought was unwarranted is if you never said that, okay? We don't have to give you the grace of, like, assuming that you were lying about your own fucking recollection of events to then correct yourself later. You said that your kids got Giardia, or at least one of your kids got Giardia, and then you said that you believed it was from eating dog shit. You can't claim now, post hoc, that people are overreacting and saying that your kids got Giardia from dog shit when you said that. Clearly, you implied it yourself right fucking here. You were just a liar.
Boy, you know, it could be a number of different things. If Sonny's crawling around putting everything in his mouth, it seems like a pretty reasonable suspect. If he's having diarrhea, we're like, oh man, maybe he got Giardia from Olive, which is actually commonplace to happen. And despite what Denham says, it is not certain death. It's actually completely normal to happen, and it's very easy to treat. Now, spoiler alert.
It's okay. It's easy to treat, guys. It's okay. It's okay.
When we got all of the poop tests back, that he never had Giardia even, which I announced on the show, which they conveniently forget. So the only person...
I know no one's watching. I just want to say thank you so much. You're my favorite, whoever you are, and with peace and love. I'm going to shut her down in about 45 seconds from. So, I don't say much on these streams because to bounce off of what I need. This part. I know, like, as a streamer, you're supposed to talk to yourself. And I try. I'm not terrible. I think I get energy from others. Anywho. 45 seconds. So thank you. I love you.